special and maybe had a little extra to the embraces that were afforded Francisco Lindor for, again, one of the biggest hits in Mets history. So Casamigos Tequila toasts today's Mets win. The family of Casamigos Tequila, Anejo, Blanco, Cristalino, Reposado, Mezcal, and the new Casamigos Jalapeno remind you to celebrate responsibly. Now, they told us that the second game would start roughly 40 minutes after the conclusion of the first. But I don't know if that's going to be pushed back at all, just a little bit, because the Mets, in some cases, are still out on the field doing interviews. There are a lot of Mets fans behind the third base dugout here who have been cheering Francisco Lindor. And Francisco walking around right now. I'm not sure if Pat's going to be able to grab him or if we'll hear from Francisco later on after Game 2. But somebody's got a special hug down there for Francisco as well. I don't think that's Steve Cohen. I can't tell from here. I thought I saw Steve before, and that's not what I thought he was wearing. But whomever. Maybe that's Eduardo Brizuelo. I'm not sure. But who cares? Either way, he's earned the hugs of everyone. And by the way, you know where all this drama happened and ended favorably for the Mets? Atlanta. And admit it, you were thinking when the Braves had that bottom of the eighth inning, oh no, Atlanta, again. How can this possibly be happening after the way the Mets flipped the script in the top of the eighth inning? But all of a sudden, playing a big game in Atlanta has a somewhat different connotation. Thanks to the resiliency of the Mets, which, again, has been on display all year, going back to 11 under 500 on the 29th of May. And once again this afternoon, it shows itself in the most dramatic way possible, coming back to clinch a wild card spot with their 8-7 win. And I'm just stalling a little bit to find out if we're going to get another player for Pat to talk to here, because Francisco Lindor is still out there. Brandon Nimmo is being interviewed by Steve Gelbs. It might be that Brandon will be our next guest. And don't forget, Brandon had a huge 2-run home run, which took a 4-3 lead in the eighth inning, made it 6-3. And right now, he and Francisco Lindor are hugging, embracing. They're not letting go. They've been at this hug now for 10 seconds.
That just goes to show you how hard this is. I mean, I know the Mets have another game to play, and who knows what it means. So hard for this core, who has counted out a lot this year, to do what they did right now, embracing on the field. And Brandon Nimmo had big smile standing by with Pat McCarthy. Go ahead, Pat.
All right, thank you very much, Brandon. That was a very emotional embrace with Francisco there. The two of you guys coming up so huge today. For everything that you guys have been through since he's gotten here, for you to be able to now celebrate with your teammates, clinching a postseason bid, what is this feeling like?
I mean, honestly, it's bringing me to tears because we've been through a lot. And, ever since he got here, there's been a lot of pressure on his shoulders. I grew up in this organization, and so I think it came a little bit at a time, but everything got placed on his shoulders when he came over. And it's just such a relief when you are able to help lead a team that started out the way that we did with, we didn't have expectations to make the playoffs. Even in the guys that were there had heard it from the media all spring training. Oh, you're not supposed to make the play. You're not supposed to do it. So we weren't even supposed to do that. But then we started off really bad. And then, everybody's like, oh, just punt it and kick to next year. And for this team to be able to turn it around and not listen to the noise and just embrace each other, get behind the OMG, Jose Iglesias, he's been unbelievable. And just get behind all of that and embrace each other and say, you know what? Screw the outside noise. We're gonna play, we're gonna give it our best shot every single day, and we're gonna see where we end up at the end of this. And for it to happen on, the second to last game of the year when nobody else is playing is just so special. And I can't put into words how much time and effort has gone into the last 3-4 years of us being teammates, and him having all this pressure and me kind of coming into my own and starting to be a leader and to be able to be a part of this team making the playoffs from the way we started. I mean, it's unbelievable. And yeah, that embrace, it brought me to tears because there's just so much that you're letting off your shoulders. And don't get me wrong, the ride is not over. we're going to go give it our best effort at every single game. But just from where we were to where we are now, and to see this team and have Francisco be such an integral part of that, and I would like to think I contributed as well, is really, really special.
Yeah, you absolutely did, Brandon. Congratulations.
Thank you.
One more game, but
One more.
quite a celebration ahead, I would imagine.
Unbelievable. Yes, I hope so. So thank you, and let's go Mets.
Brandon, go enjoy this one. Howie, back to you.
Well, thanks. I'm glad Brandon started or stopped talking, because he might have brought some teardrops to some eyes up here in the booth, too. It's that emotional. And especially, not to discount your experience today, Keith, but for those of us who have been with this organization for a long time, to really slay some dragons here in Atlanta wasn't easy, but it certainly was memorable. So the Mets win at 8-7. They can take a deep breath and do whatever they do in Game 2, knowing they're going somewhere tomorrow to begin the playoffs. And if we can somehow muster up the right words, we'll be back with Murph's Happy Recap next on Odyssey Mets Radio, driven by your Tri-Honda dealers.
Let's go, Mets!
By now, you should know I can't get my game day started without my mug of my favorite Bigelow tea. For me, it's that smooth Bigelow green tea that tastes great and keeps my voice in peak condition, especially in extra innings. And I definitely need the English tea time for that day game after a night game. No matter how hectic your day gets, grab your favorite Bigelow tea and take a moment just for you. Join the millions of Mets fans that make Bigelow #1 in New York. Bigelow Tea, the official tea of Odyssey Mets Radio.
When you need commitment, compassion, and customized care, Margaret Teets Nursing and Rehabilitation envelops you with a warm and welcoming environment. Offering short-term and long-term care, Margaret Teets Nursing and Rehabilitation is a trusted hospice care known for their groundbreaking alternative.
You're tuned to an Odyssey station. If you're hearing this message, you
Are you looking to cash in on every game this season? But Cash the Ticket, we'll try to have you covered and give you the best shot we can. I'm Mike Delaney, and we're breaking down college and pro football with the best betting advice we can provide you. Subscribe to Cash the Ticket now on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
Sports Radio 92.9 The Game Sports Flash. Brought to you by Bader Law. You deserve the best. Go to BaderLaw.com. That's BaderLaw.com.
I'm Joe Patrick, In baseball,
43 games played. So it's 3-0 Braves as we advance now into the 8th inning. For Spencer Schwellenbach, still on the mound there to start off the top half of the 8th. To this point, he had allowed just 3 base hits and no runs, and he was facing the bottom third of the Metropolitan's order. And after a leadoff double from Tyrone Taylor, that brought Brian Snitker out of the bullpen, going to the bullpen for the first time here today as Joe Jimenez enters the ball game. So the Mets a runner in scoring position and nobody out in the inning for Francisco Alvarez.
0-1 pitch. Ground ball out to third, down the left field line on a fair ball. That's going to put the Mets on the board. Francisco Alvarez is going to head for second base. Here's the throw, and it's late. And it's back-to-back doubles by the Mets to make it a 3-1 game.
And it's now a 3-1 affair. New York is on the board on the 47th RBI of the season for Alvarez. It's his 14th double of the year. 3-1 Braves, but the Mets weren't done just yet as Harrison Bader followed with a single, and that brought things back to the top of the order in Francisco Lindor.
1-1 liner up the middle, base hits, a 1-run game. Down to second for Marte. And the RBI single makes it 3-2. Brian Snitker is on the 4th step of the dugout. Now he's going to emerge, and the Braves are going to go ahead to their closer, Iglesias.
And for Francisco Lindor, it's an RBI single to center. It's the 5th consecutive hit of the inning for the Mets. RBI number 89 cuts it to a 3-2 contest. As Ben said, here comes Snit. He's given the ball to Raisel Iglesias, and the first batter Raisel had to face was Jose Iglesias.
0-2. Line drive down the right field line. That'll be cut off by White. Coming around third now and coming to the plate is Marte, and he will score to tie the game. 5 straight hits for the Mets here in the 8th, and the go-ahead runs at third.
And Jose Iglesias wins the battle with Raisel Iglesias. It's a game-tying RBI single to right field, his 26th RBI of the year. It's a 3-3 game with still nobody out, and the Mets threatening with Mark Vientos at the plate, and he would add a sac fly to center field, medium depth. That gave the Mets a 4-3 lead, but they were looking to tack on the exclamation point with noted Braves killer Brandon Nimmo climbing in.
The 2-1. Fly ball way up into the air, deep right field. Trouble written all over this thing, and it's a 2-run home run into the chop house. And it's now a 6-run inning for the Mets. They were trailing 3-0, and they have come roaring back here in the 8th inning to claim a 6-3 lead.
And for Nimmo, his 23rd homer of the year goes 405 feet to the upper deck of the chop house in right field. Mets have come back from 3-0 down. They lead 6-3 into the bottom of the 8th. But the Braves were looking to bounce right back with Phil Maton entering the ball game there as Atlanta had 5, 6, and 7 in the order due up. And things would start out as Eli White was plunked by a pitch to start out the inning. 2 batters later, Travis d'Arnaud singled up the middle. So all of a sudden, Braves had something cooking. It also brought out another reliever as the veteran closer Edwin Diaz was summoned from the Mets bullpen. And after he got the second out of the inning on Gio Urshela's ground out, Braves were looking to cash in with pinch hitter Jared Kelenic at the plate.
The 2-0 pitch. Swung on to the ground ball. Diving stop back to the bag by Alonso. There's no one at the bag to cover. He's safe and a run scores. A great play by Alonso diving to his left, but when he looked to the bag to toss to a teammate, no one was home. That is now a 6-4 game with runners at the corners.
And for Jared Kelenic, it's an infield RBI single as it gives him his 45th RBI of the year. 6-4 Mets. Braves looking to claw back, and 2 batters later, Ozzie Albies, lifetime 0 for 9 against Edwin Diaz, and he was stepping to the plate, righty-righty, 0 for 9, looking to send Truist Park into a frenzy.
3-1. Swung on a fly ball to deep left field, going back there, Nimmo, over his head, off the wall. Here we go! 1 run in, 2 runs in, 3 runs in. Ozzie Albies reared back and burned it to left field. And it's 7-6 Braves in the 8th. What a crazy 8th inning in Atlanta, Georgia.
And for Ozzie, it's his 29th double of the year. Clears the bags, gives the Braves an advantage. It's now a 7-6 lead as we go to the 9th inning. Pierce Johnson called upon for the final 3 outs of today's ball game. And after Starling Marte reached on a 1-out single, back to the top of the order, and Francisco Lindor, well, he was looking to send those Mets fans, start up those MVP chants again.
Pierce to the plate. And a fly ball way up in the air to deep right center field. Heading back now, Harris, he's at the wall, and the Mets have taken the lead. Unbelievable. It's a home run into the Braves bullpen. Francisco Lindor has been their MVP all year, and he steps up in the biggest moment for the Mets and gives them the lead again. It's 8-7 New York.
And for Lindor, it's his 33rd home run of the season. The Mets faithful here at Truist Park break out the MVP chance. That one travels 413 feet to center field. It's the second homer of the game. Mets go right in front. It's 8-7 into the bottom of the ninth. And after Eli White singled with one down in the inning, Ramon Laureano would go down on strikes. And that meant the former Met, Travis d'Arnaud, was representing the Braves' last chance.
Now the 2-2. Chopper up the middle. On the other end, Lindor. He's got it. Throws over to first base. Mets win. Celebrating, Diaz spikes his glove. The Mets come pouring out of the dugout. They're going to the postseason. One of the wildest games in Major League Baseball this season just came to an end with the Mets victorious 8-7 over the Braves. And now the assignment for the Braves is simple. One game left in the season. And they have to win it in order to see their postseason dreams fulfilled. For the Braves in the ninth, no runs, one hit, no errors and a man left. Final score, Mets come back and win 8-7 over the Braves.
And the Mets do prevail 8-7. We'll give you the full line score coming up in just a moment, but we do have some breaking news from across the street at Truist Park. And folks, it's not the news I was hoping to give you. Chris Sale scheduled to start the nightcap of tonight's doubleheader. He has been scratched with back spasms. It'll be Grant Holmes as the Braves need a win to get to the postseason. So Chris Sale was scheduled to start after missing about 10 days in between his last outing. He has been scratched from the nightcap. It'll be Grant Holmes starting this evening's finale. Get to the line score here for the Mets. It's 8 runs on 11 hits, no errors. They left 4 runners on. Meanwhile, for the Braves, 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They stranded 9. Edwin Diaz wins it, now 6-4 on the year. Loss goes to Pierce Johnson. He falls to 6-6. Time of game, 2 hours, 58 minutes, and we'll tell you more about the attendance coming up after game 2 of today's doubleheader. Folks, Ken Nugent and the Atlanta Braves are once again teaming up, and they're giving back to Georgia's first responders. Now, Ken is donating $500 per series to an ambulance driver, firefighter, paramedic, or EMT. And if you'd like to nominate your local hero, just go to attorneykennugent.com to enter. Winners are announced after each series and each Monday. That's during the Tom Glavine Show on 680 The Fan in Atlanta at 3:30 Eastern. All right, when we return, we'll get your reaction from across the street. Hopefully get more of an update on Chris Sale. That plus more as we continue with the Hyundai postgame show right after this on the Braves Radio Network.
Ever hit a single that felt like a home run? Or feel like you're playing in the big leagues even if you've never swung a bat? That's what it's like living at a Cortland community, like getting more than you expect. Hi, I'm Cordy, Cortland's spokespug and #1 Braves fan, here to tell you all about how Cortland brings you the best in live and play spaces, not to mention amazing service. It's why we're the top apartment brand on Reputation.com. Cortland, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Find your new apartment home at Cortland.com.
You're not afraid to get dirty. You know there's strength in sweat, pride in a hard day's work, and power in a great team. We agree the best teams run like a well-oiled machine. That's why you need a Yanmar tractor on your roster. The tractor rated #1 in product quality by the EDA 5 years running. From digging and grading to tilling and mowing. Get more done. Take less time. Yanmar gets you to the game faster. See all their tractors online at yanmartractor.com. That's yanmartractor.com.
On my off days, the last thing I want to do is take my Ford Bronco SUV in for service. Lucky for me, there's complimentary Ford pickup and delivery and Ford mobile service.
Available for Ford owners like Michael Harris and you. So if you don't have time to spend at the dealership, no problem. Contact your local Ford dealer for assistance or to learn more. Ford pickup and delivery and Ford mobile service are offered by participating dealers and may be limited based on availability, distance, or other dealer-specific criteria. Does not include parts or repair charges. A non-operational vehicle is not eligible and will require a roadside event.
Hey Braves fans, this is attorney John Foy. Just like you, I know how bad our traffic can be. From congested freeways to bad drivers, accidents can and will happen. And when they do, you know who to call. At John Foy & Associates, our winning team can protect your rights and make sure you get the care and compensation you're entitled to. The call is free and you pay nothing until we win for you. That's the strong arm.
Attorney John Foy & Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Nothing matches the drive of Braves country. From the energy of the crowd to our passion for the open road. That's why Napa has all your automotive bases covered with the solutions you need to keep moving. With nearly 6,000 auto parts stores and over 17,000 auto care centers nationwide, Napa has America's largest network of parts and care. And as a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves, we're here to make sure that drive never stops.
This is Neil Pruitt, Chairman and CEO of Pruitt Health. Pruitt Health is a proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves.
Jeff Francoeur here. This is what I love. Pruitt Health is a family-owned business started right here in Georgia. They believe family makes us stronger. They've been caring for people here for more than 50 years. If a sudden injury or illness takes you off the field and you need home health care or skilled nursing, trust the Pruitt Health family to get you back in the game. Visit PruittHealth.com.
We're streaming every game of the Braves 2024 season free on the 680 The Fan app. So make sure you download it now and don't miss a pitch of the Braves this season. Game 2 of the Braves and Mets is on the way next. Now more from our flagship studios in Atlanta as we set the plate for the second game of today's doubleheader from New York on the Braves Radio Network.
Back inside our network studios here in the Battery, Atlanta, right across the street from Truist Park, where the Braves have been defeated by the Mets 8-7 in one of the wildest games you've seen all season in Major League Baseball. We will hear from Spencer Schwellenbach, who pitched a gem once again. We'll get to Schwellenbach coming up here in just a moment. Folks, if you are just joining us, though, the big story coming out just moments ago, Chris Sale scratched from his Game 2 start tonight. He's dealing with back spasms. Braves hopeful that if they get to the postseason, he could still pitch. Got to get there first. They'll give the ball to Grant Holmes. Tell you more about that coming up in just a little while. Folks at Racetrack, we understand the importance of good food, cold drinks, and a great game. So stop by Atlanta locations for all your favorite game day drinks and snacks, including the Freeze's favorite, a Freeze Blast. So make sure you head to Racetrack for whatever gets you going. All right, time for us to get going across the street. Let's hear from Spencer Schwellenbach. He went 7+ innings today, allowed just a run on 4 hits with no walks and 5 strikeouts. So how does he evaluate not only today, but his season as a whole? Well, here he is talking about it moments ago.
Your performance really doesn't matter, but how just disappointing is this loss?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, but just got to win one today. So that's all we're focused on. Got a game in 30 minutes, and everyone's ready to go.
Yeah, what is the mood like in that?
We're mad, but we are ready to play, and we're going to give our best shot.
What about you? Obviously a really strong performance. It was a tough at bat there, that 11 pitch at bat. Did you feel like maybe you'd even could go a little further if not for that at bat, or were you kind of running the tank dry at that point?
I mean, I got to get that guy out. Whether that was my last batter or not, I got to give Joe, a clean inning to come into instead of leaving a guy on second base for him and then a single scores him and he's got, other guy on base. But yeah, no matter if that was my last guy or not, I got to get him out.
I know it's pretty fresh, but left field, Iglesias, Joe, those guys have been so good for you guys this year. Does it feel like kind of just the worst storm to have all 3 of them kind of give up runs today?
I mean, it happens. Like you said, they've been awesome all year. And every time they go out there, we think that, they're going to shut it down for us because they always do. But like I said, we're ready to play here in 30 minutes, and we're going to go get them.
You've gotten a taste of big games here recently. How much are you itching to get one more at some point this year?
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal. 1, 2, 3, 4, as many as we can get. But, yeah.
I mean, this taste just kind of gives you that feeling that you definitely can do this. And you see guys pitching October forever. How much are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we can get there and have a shot at it. So, really excited.
Spencer, how would you describe the belief in this group that's existed since day one coming into a final game like this?
Oh, we have all the belief in the world. As you guys seen, we've had guys go down, a lot of really good players go down, and we just keep coming back. And the perseverance has been awesome from this team from day one. Yeah, we're just gonna keep going. One game left.
Sorry.
You're good.
How important was it to see Ozzie have a game like that? Struggled a little bit since he got back from the wrist, obviously, but to do that right in the home run and all that. that great play.
Yeah, it's really special. That's what we expect from him. He expects that from himself, and I think just getting him going is going to be really good for this team.
Spencer, how would you describe just watching the rest of that roller coaster that unfolded today?
Oh, yeah, a lot of up and down emotions. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. I've never really gone through that in my life, especially a game this big. But, we're going to have a quick turnaround, and we'll be good to go.
How hard will it be for you to sit there now in game 2, knowing you can't be a part of it and just kind of watch?
Yeah, I mean, just like every other game, I'm not pitching. Every game's a big game, and this one's, just seems to be the biggest game of the year for us.
There's an inning and a half. Where are you during that when it's going up and down?
Just doing my arm care stuff in the training room.
Watch on TV?
Yeah.
You said we're mad in there. I mean, is it just, you just saw it? I mean, there's a lot of yelling and just kind of furious type of...
No yelling. Just, guys' faces. Whenever you lose a game, you're not happy about it. But we all know that we just need one today, and we got guys walking around the locker room saying, hey, we're good, and we know that we're good.
Well, there is Spencer Schwellenbach. He pitched well today, really well, again, against a very good Mets lineup. He went 7+ innings, a run on 4 hits, no walks, and 5 strikeouts. Unfortunately, it's New York taking game 1 of today's doubleheader. Game 2 coming up shortly from Truist Park. We will give you the lineups in just a little while. And again, if you're just joining us, expecting to see Chris Sale in there pitching the nightcap, that will not be the case. It is Grant Holmes, as Sale is dealing with some back spasms. Felt him on that start against the Reds about a week and a half ago. Velo dropped, and now we do know why. So again, Grant Holmes and company looking to keep the Braves season alive and punch their postseason ticket for the 7th straight year. Braves did hit a couple of home runs today, so folks, I do have some good news for you, because as you know, every homer matters a lot more this time of year, and Tire Discounters now saves Braves fans $150 on sets of select tires when the Braves hit a homer, plus get a free alignment and free oil change the next day only at Tire Discounters. So visit TireDiscounters.com/Braves for more details. When we return, we'll hear from Alex Anthopoulos, get the very latest on what happened with Chris Sale. That's coming up next right here on the Braves Radio Network.
This is for anyone currently doing plumbing, pipe fitting, or HVAC work with at least 3 years experience. If you're not making over $55 an hour total package, including health insurance, benefits, and a retirement pension, we need to talk. We're the plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVACR techs of UA72, and we've got a job for you. Plenty of options, safe conditions, great people in Atlanta. Visit UA72.org, click Join Us, and we'll send you a list of openings now. UA72.org.
Ever hit a single that felt like a home run? Or feel like you're playing in the big leagues even if you've never swung a bat? That's what it's like living at a Cortland community, like getting more than you expect. Hi, I'm Cordy, Cortland's spokespug and #1 Braves fan, here to tell you all about how Cortland brings you the best in live and play spaces, not to mention amazing service. It's why we're the top apartment brand on Reputation.com. Cortland, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Find your new apartment home at Cortland.com.
You're not afraid to get dirty. You know there's strength in sweat, pride in a hard day's work, and power in a great team. We agree the best teams run like a well-oiled machine. That's why you need a Yanmar tractor on your roster. The tractor rated #1 in product quality by the EDA 5 years running. From digging and grading to tilling and mowing. Get more done. Take less time. Yanmar gets you to the game faster. See all their tractors online at yanmartractor.com. That's yanmartractor.com.
Okay, now everybody in.
I volunteer for the 3rd row. This sacrifice is my destiny. I can curl my legs up like a pretzel, so everybody's suitcases can fit. And, hey, it's actually super nice back here.
Finally, a 3-row SUV where everybody wins. The first ever Lexus TX. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
City of Hope. We're more than just a top-ranked cancer hospital. For over 100 years, we've been making breakthroughs, pushing the limits of what's possible, targeting cancer at the molecular level, pioneering treatments used worldwide. At City of Hope, your entire cancer-fighting team is bound together by a single mission, to cure your cancer. And now City of Hope is closer than ever, providing patients in Metro Atlanta the cancer care they deserve. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
With fall savings at the Home Depot, you can get up to $1,600 off select appliances from top brands like GE Profile. Save space and time with the new combo washer and dryer and do-it-all-in-one machine. And with smart dispense technology, the right amount of detergent is automatically added to every wash. Laundry day is a whole lot smarter with the GE Profile Ultra-Fast Combo with smart dispense only at the Home Depot. Right now, save up to $1,600 on select appliances with fall savings at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Pricing valid September 26th through October 16th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
So when you want the Braves on demand, just tap that 680 The Fan app.
So make sure you download it now and don't miss a pitch of the Braves this season.
Game 2 of the Braves and Mets is on the way next. Now more from our flagship studios in Atlanta as we set the plate for the second game of today's doubleheader from New York on the Braves Radio Network.
Back inside our network studios in the Battery, Atlanta, Braves drop game 1 of the doubleheader 8-7. First pitch of game 2 coming up in a matter of moments. We will hear from Alex Anthopoulos here shortly. We'll also get you back to the fellas in the booth across the street. But first things first, folks, I do want to get to our the starting lineups brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Make sure you download the Prize Picks app. Use code BRAVES for a first deposit match of up to $100 here today. As far as things for the visiting Mets, they're going to lead things off with their shortstop, Luis Angel Acuna. Batting second is the designated hitter, Starling Marte, with Brandon Nimmo in left field batting third. Pete Alonso is at first base. He'll bat cleanup, followed by the third baseman, Mark Vientos, hitting fifth, with Tyrone Taylor in right field hitting sixth. Harrison Bader's the center fielder. He'll bat seventh, followed by the catcher, Luis Torrens, hitting eighth, with Francisco Alvarez at second base batting ninth. And on the mound today, it'll be Joey Lucchesi, the veteran lefty, 0-1 with a 10.38. Meanwhile, for Brian Snitker's Braves, it'll be Michael Harris II leading off in center field, followed by the second baseman, Ozzie Albies, batting second, and Marcelo Zuna as the DH hitting third. Matt Olson cleans things up at first, followed by the right fielder, Jorge Soler, hitting fifth, with Ramon Laureano in left field batting sixth. Gio Urshela is at the hot corner. He'll hit seventh, followed by the catcher, Sean Murphy, batting eighth, with Orlando Arcia at shortstop hitting ninth, and the 28-year-old righty Grant Holmes. If you missed it, Chris Sale scratched. Grant Holmes starting. He's 2-1 with a 3.78. All right, speaking of Chris Sale and him being scratched from today's ballgame, here was General Manager Alex Anthopoulos discussing what went wrong for Sale and why he was scratched here today.
So the reason I'm doing media is we have a quick turnaround in between both games, and we're going through stuff and getting stuff ready for game 2, and just with the 40-minute turnaround, it didn't make sense for Snit to come down here. So first bit of news is Chris Sale's being scratched with back spasms. That's where we're at.
Flared mostly yesterday?
No, he said yesterday was the first time he got...
All right, there's Alex Anthopoulos with the very latest on Chris Sale's injury. In the meantime, Braves are taking the field across the street. Let's send you back to Ben and Joe. Game 2, Braves and Mets, coming up on the Braves Radio Network.
Here we go, Braves country. It's game 2 of our doubleheader between the New York Mets and your Atlanta Braves.
Well, ready or not, here we go, game 2. Game number 162. There are no games left. There's no room for error. Mets are in. They win the first game by a score of 8-7, and a phenomenal ball game that was wild from the 8th inning on. Not so much up to that point. But here we are, and the Braves take the field without Chris Sale. Starting in game 162, back spasms are the reason. And on the mound for the Braves will be Grant Holmes. He's 2-1, 378, 25 games. This will be his 7th start, 64 innings, 14 walks, 63 strikeouts. Defensively behind him, Soler, Harris, and Laureano in the outfield. Olson, Ozzie, Arcia, and Urshela from first to third. Sean Murphy will do the catching. Time to put up or go home, Ben Ingram. So let's see what happens.
Well, we're about to find out right here. By the way, the lineup you and I are just writing down, that's not the right lineup.
Oh, boy, good.
Yeah, so buckle up. Acuna, Iglesias, and Nimmo to the plate. Here at the top of the first inning. Grant Holmes is ready. Game 162. And now for the ball game. The first pitch swung on by Acuna and lifted foul down the right field line. And we start at 4:50 Eastern Time, 3:50 Central. Now the time of the first pitch brought to you by Schumann Farms. Look for Real Sweet Brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms down a store near you. 0-1 on Luis Angel Acuna. Saw him in Game 1 as he came along to pinch run in the 8th inning. This is his first at bat of the day. 0-1 from Holmes in the air, deep to right, and slicing foul and into the seats. At an 0-2 count on Acuna. Braves sitting on 88 wins for the season. 89 will get them in. Got to find a way to win this one. The 0-2 on the way, and Acuna takes the ball high.
You know, sometimes when you're doing a game, broadcasting a game, if you have the lineup, it does help.
There's the 1-2. That'll miss low and outside, 2-2.
So I'll just get it off the scoreboard and do the best I can.
Just going to ride them down as they come up there. 2-2 on Acuna. Again, no Chris Sale today. Scratch with back spasm. So it's Grant Holmes getting the nod. And the 2-2 on the way from the right-hander. That'll be swung on, miss. Good fastball, 95. One down. This will be Jose Iglesias up to the plate.
We're all disappointed, Ben. It was so exciting. It looked like the Braves were 2 outs away from advancing to the postseason. It didn't happen. Now everybody's got to really gear up and get that adrenaline flow going again.
Iglesias pops one up on the infield. Coming in, Matt Olson says he's got it. And Matt does. About a third of the way down the first base line. Well, I don't mean to sound cliche, but we talk about good starts and how important it is. And the Braves got that in Game 1. Boy, you need it here tonight for this final game. Find a way to answer and score some runs early and set a new track from what took place at the end of Game 1. Here's Brandon Nimmo to the plate. And he'll take a called strike. Nothing in one on Brandon Nimmo. The pitch on the way. That'll be sent foul over by the Braves dugout. So an 0-2 count. If he can get a strikeout right here, that'd be a 9-pitch first inning for Grant Holmes. That'd be a great start. 0-2. Struck him out. Used a curveball.
Go get him.
It is a 9-pitch first inning for Grant Holmes. Great job by Grant. We head to the bottom of the first inning as the Braves will take on Joey Lucchesi. No score to the bottom of the first.
When you're looking for leading cardiac treatment, look to Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with 5 emergency cardiac care centers, so we're here when you need us most. We lead with more than 55 locations in Georgia. That means we're always in the heart of your neighborhood. We lead with clarity, because clear direction is better when it comes to understanding every step of your treatment. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with heart.
With fall savings at the Home Depot, you can get up to $1,600 off select appliances from top brands like Samsung, ranked #1 in customer satisfaction. Wash and dry in one cycle with the Samsung Ultra Capacity All-in-One Washer-Dryer Combo from the Home Depot. And get laundry day done faster, running a super speed load in just 98 minutes. Right now, shop fall savings for up to $1,600 off select appliances at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Pricing about September 26th through October 16th. U.S. only. See store online for details. Visit jdpower.com/awards for more details.
Hey Braves fans, step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get the fastest speeds and low-lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience that knocks it out of the park. And you'll have a consistent connection with reduced buffering and freezing, so you can stay in all the action inning after inning. When it's game time, make sure to catch it all with internet that's powerful and reliable. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity, because it's only live once. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed. Many factors affect speed. For factors affecting speed, visit Xfinity.com/network management.
Tickets for the Braves 2024 season are going fast. This season is jam-packed with great matchups. Get your tickets at Braves.com/tickets.
Hey Atlanta, B. Finn here. From first to home, we have all the bases covered. Inside the locker room, 6 to 10 a.m. on The Fan and the Fan app.
Braves coming to the plate for the first time. No score to the bottom of the first. They'll take on the big left-hander, Joey Lucchesi, 6'5", 225 pounds. He's 31 years old, out of Southeast Missouri State. These Braves hitters will see a sinker, a curve, and a cutter from the lefty Lucchesi. And the big, tall left-hander goes to work. And his first pitch on the way to Michael Harris is a strike on the outside corner. Lucchesi on the year has made just one appearance with the Mets. This is his second start of the year. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And a ground ball up the middle. Diving stop by Acuna. Shallow center. Pops up, fires over. Alonso held the bag as he was falling to his right. And an outstanding play by Luis Angel Acuna to rob Michael Harris. And one down. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
It's a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
One down for Ozzie Albies. We're scoreless on the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch on the way to Ozzie, and that'll miss high. For Lucchesi, Joe, we've seen him here and there. He's been with the Padres and the Mets, but only one big league appearance this season. And making his second here in game 162. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And Ozzie lifts one to right field. Coming in, sizing it up, and under it now, Tyrone Taylor. And 2 down.
Yeah, that one outing was not a good one. 4 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs allowed. And he walked 4. He's got a funky windup. He could be really tough on the lefties.
He's looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Marcell Ozuna, the batter. Lucchesi brings it. And Ozuna takes a called strike. Braves back out there in their home white uniforms, tops and pants with red lettering, red numerals, outline in navy. And the Braves across the chest on top of the red tomahawk. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna. And Marcell takes ball a little bit low. Mets in their traveling grays, tops and pants, royal blue numerals and lettering, outlined in orange. And New York across the chest of their gray uniforms. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 down for Ozuna on the 1-1 pitch. He swings and misses. 1-2. Sinker 91. Moving away from Ozuna. For Lucchesi this season, 27 appearances with AAA Syracuse. And went 5-7 there with a 4.70 ERA. One-two pitch. Ozuna takes one down in the dirt. Off the gear of Luis Torrens, their catcher. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ozuna with a check swing. They appeal. It didn't go.
Really got to have some production from Ozuna, Olsen, and Soler in this game. They were a combined 1 for 13 in game 1.
Don't expect that when the team puts up 7 runs on a dozen hits, do you?
No.
3-2, and Ozuna sends one foul, hanging alive. You mentioned those walks by Lucchesi in that last outing. And walk something that has plagued him in his career. Got a 3-2 count here, and the pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna. And there's ball 4. So it is a 2-out walk. And it's so much of an issue for Lucchesi. If you were watching this game on television, you could see his glove. On the outside of the glove, a lot of times the player will have his name stitched on the glove. His says strike 1. Just a reminder, get ahead. That's been a challenge for him in his career. It's a 2-out walk. Here's Matt Olson. That takes a called strike. Grant Holmes had a 1-2-3 top of the first inning as he struck out Acuna and Nimmo. And now the Braves looking for an early run, but need some 2-out lightning right here. Olson takes the ball inside, count even 1-1.
You'd think a guy at age 31 would kind of know to throw strike one if he's been pitching a while.
It is one of the first instructions you get, isn't it?
Yeah, as a young boy.
1-1 over the outside corner, 1-2.
Good slow curve there.
Left on left matchup. And here it is to Olsen, and he beats it into the ground foul. The leather for the Mets has Pete Alonso at first base, Eddie Alvarez at second, Luis Angel Acuna at short, Jose Iglesias is at third. In the outfield, I was in such a hurry, the only thing I got down in left field is Brandon. But it is Brandon Nimmo in left field. 1-2 pitch, that'll be slow and outside. Harrison Bader's in center, Tyrone Taylor in right field, Torrens the catcher, Lucchesi the pitcher.
Tell you what, Pete Alonso made a good play a minute ago. He made several good plays defensively at first in game one.
Yeah, he really did. 2-2 on the way. Cold third strike on the outside corner with a sinker. Olsen goes down looking, and that ends the bottom of the first. We go to the top of the second, no score.
With the enhanced engine performance and fuel economy of newly reformulated Tri-Clean gas from Citgo, you're good to go. But good to go where? Exotic bird shopping? To your Tuesday night bowling league?
Woo! That's a turkeys.
Good to go try your luck at bingo.
J32. Bingo!
Good to go to a lumberjack competition.
I'm gonna move my car.
New top-tier Tri-Clean gas from Citgo. The most advanced fuel we've ever made. Now you're good to go.
This is for anyone currently doing plumbing, pipe fitting, or HVAC work with at least 3 years experience. If you're not making over $55 an hour total package, including health insurance, benefits, and a retirement pension, we need to talk. We're the plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVACR techs of UA72, and we've got a job for you. Plenty of options, safe conditions, great people in Atlanta. Visit UA72.org, click Join Us, and we'll send you a list of openings now. UA72.org.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Get $2,000 in loyalty cash bonus on a new Toyota Tundra. Offer valid through September 30th, 2024. Offer entitles current Tundra customers to $2,000 loyalty cash bonus on the retail purchase or lease of a new Tundra gas or hybrid vehicle. Bonus cash may be used only toward a down payment or capitalized cost reduction on the new vehicle. See dealer for details.
Looking for a sports talk show that delivers quality Braves baseball and college football content? Well, look no further than the Buck Belue Show, weekday mornings on The Fan.
Neither team had anything going offensively in the first inning. We head to the top of the second. It'll be Alonso, Marte, and Taylor for the Mets. Folks, if you're looking to spice up your game day grub, reach for the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. Flavor favors the bold. There's a called strike. See, where I messed up is I should have gargled the Louisiana brand hot sauce in between games. Because I think I blew it out there in the eighth inning.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Pete Alonso. Well, not his best swing. He went after a slider low and away, and now it's 0-2.
I tell you what, we got to give a quick tip of the hat to Grant Holmes right here, too.
Yeah.
He worked an inning and 2/3 yesterday. And starting today.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he gets Alonso swinging at another sharp slider. So now 4 batters face for Grant Holmes, 3 strikeouts. That's really who Grant has been all season. What do you need me for? Just hand me the ball.
Yeah.
Starting, relief, closing, whatever it may be. He's done it all in his career. And doing his best to get the Braves into the postseason. Here's Starling Marte. And Marte takes a called strike. Marte came along as a pinch hitter in the 8th inning of Game 1. A 1 pitch, swung on miss at a high fastball.
You know, heroes can come from all different places, Ben.
Especially this time of year.
Yes, especially today. Might be somebody that you weren't expecting to see on the mound. Does something special.
A 1 to Marte, a lunge and a miss at strike 3. Boy, that's a good slider that Grant Holmes has. strikes out Starling Marte. That's 4 strikeouts by Grant Holmes. So 2 away here at the top of the second. Tyrone Taylor's the batter.
There are a lot of Mets fans here, and they made themselves known when they clinched a spot in the postseason at the end of Game 1.
Taylor takes a ball low.
But the biggest Mets fans in the United States are in Phoenix, Arizona right now.
Man, you're not kidding.
Sitting in that Diamondbacks clubhouse rooting for a sweep.
And that would be their way in. Chase and a miss by Taylor, 1-1.
They didn't care who won.
All right.
They just wanted a sweep.
No score, top of the second. And the 1-1 pitch. Check swing, an appeal, strike 2. Jim Wolf, first base umpire. Those are the longest sleeves I've ever seen Jim Wolf wear.
He must really be cold today. Either that or he didn't get an arm workout in.
He didn't get his dips in before the game. Here's a 1-2 pitch. A little pop up towards right center field. Harris and Soler coming together. That's Michael's ball. Makes the catch out in right center. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for Grant Holmes. We go to the bottom of the second, no score.
Atlanta Braves fans know the Freeze is fast. From his game day races to his Freeze Blast drink breaks on the go, he's all about speed, convenience, and outrunning the competition. That's why he fuels up at Racetrack. Catch him cooling off with a Freeze Blast drink and grabbing whatever gets him going. From pizza to candy to Swirl World ice cream. He can be in and out in seconds. And for the rest of us, we might not beat the Freeze, but Racetrack sure gets us going. Fuel up fast at Racetrack. Proud hometown partner of the Atlanta Braves.
The Aloft at the Battery Atlanta, a preferred hotel of the Atlanta Braves, is located at the center of all the excitement. Whether you are in town for work or pleasure, we can meet all your travel needs. Come experience a unique blend of food, drinks, and entertainment, all located within the Aloft Hotel. Afterwards, wind down in your spacious, vibrant guest room packed with amenities you can't miss out on. Enjoy the Battery Atlanta experience by making the Aloft your home base, where we are committed to safety and cleanliness. Aloft Hotels, different by design.
Hey Braves fans, this is attorney John Foy. Our winning team is here whenever you need us. Nights, weekends, and even on the holidays. After an accident, you want help, you want answers, and we're available to get you both as quickly as possible. Drive safe, stay safe, and remember, if you're hurt, you've got help. That's the Strong Arm.
Injured? Call the Strong Arm. Attorney John Foy and Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Win money on your phone, tablet, or laptop at PlayDigi.com. Play responsibly. Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
Hey, it's Matt Chernoff from Chuck and Chernoff. You can hear us talking Braves baseball and all the big sports around Atlanta each and every afternoon, 2 to 6 on The Fan.
No score, bottom of the second. Jorge Soler leading it off for the Braves. He'll be followed by Ramon Laureano and Gio Urshela. Facing the left-hander, Joey Lucchesi. Lucchesi, tall and left-hander, brings a pitch. Set him as low and inside. When he's getting ready to bring it to the plate, you mentioned that funky delivery that he has. But it's like he tries to shrink himself. He's got his heels almost touching. And then bands the glove right in front of his face. And his elbows almost touching as he tucks his arms into his torso. Let him as low. And then once he goes into his motion, it's elbows and kneecaps flying in every which direction.
Yeah, his first step toward third base, then the hands go down between his legs, and then it's a big windup.
2-0 pitch. High and outside, 3-0.
A lot of people would say that's a lot of mechanics to try to fix right there.
Yeah, definitely. Game 1, Soler put the ball in play 3 times, nothing to show for it. 3-0 pitch over for a strike. He's leading it off here in the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning. And if the Braves can steal a base, Joel Bennett will win $1,050 in free marathon gas cards. And the 3-1. Soler fouls one back. Good cut there to Cutter. You can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. Best of luck to Joel Bennett, our final contestant of the regular year. And the payoff pitch. Soler drives one deep right field. Could it land in the chop house? Off the top of the wall and rolling back across right field. Soler holds it second. He just missed a homer by inches. That was absolutely hammered by Soler.
Fastball up and away from him, too, and he hit it that way. Oh, man, right at the top of the wall.
Boy, right at the corner at the top of the wall. I mean, right under that corner. It's a leadoff double. And here's Ramon Laureano. Ramon homered in game one. Trying to put the Braves on the board here. He fouls one back. Laureano takes a ball high. 1-1. Well, Ramon hitting .255 on the season, but all year since he's been a Brave, we've talked about what he's hit as a Brave, and his numbers have really gone up since coming over from Cleveland. 1-1 bounced up there, knocked down by Torrens. Laureano hitting over .311 over the course of his last 40 starts. 2-1 pitch. High ball 3. Now a hitter's count on Ramon. Want some early momentum? You can get it right here with a base hit. Soler takes his lead at second. And Luke Casey wheels around, looking back Soler. (3-1), a rocket down the left field line, foul on a 3-2 count.
The right-handers have the opportunity to not buy into all that motion, leg kick, arm waggle, all that stuff. They're just waiting for the ball to come out of his hands. For the left-handers, it's very deceptive and tough to pick up, I'm guessing.
3-2. And he swings and misses at a cutter up and in. Likely would have been ball 4. 1 out in the second inning. Here comes Gio Urshela. This is the 4th doubleheader the Braves have played in this season. In the previous 3, they've gone 3-3. Braves won the first game and a couple of doubleheaders with St. Louis. Also had a doubleheader versus the Padres. Need a win here today. Urshela takes the ball up and in off the mid of Torrens to the backstop. Down to third base now is Jorge Soler. He went in with a feet-first slide, and the third baseman, Jose Iglesias, toppled right over the big incoming Jorge Soler.
Wild pitch.
That'll be a wild pitch charge to Luke Casey. Got to cash his run in.
Yeah, Iglesias got spiked.
Sac fly could drive it a run. Runner at third, 1 down. Luke Casey to his windup with a runner at third. 1-0 to Urshela. And he swings and misses at a cutter. That's been the best pitch early on for Luke Casey. One pitch. Swung on and looped out towards left center field. May splash in. It will. 1-0 Braves on the base hit by Gio Urshela. Got a cutter that time, fought it off, and looped it over the infield. And Gio Urshela continues to find a way. He's had a hot bat lately, and it's 1-0 Braves.
That'll help stir everybody up.
Yeah, desperately needed the early lead. And you'd say that after losing game 1, no matter how it took place, but especially with how it took place. Sean Murphy takes the ball inside.
Such a gut-wrenching defeat in Game 1. And just more emotions than you cared to deal with. Up and down, up and down. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Murphy takes the ball inside 2-0. I mean, as far as a game with wild, erratic swings, I don't remember anything quite like that this year.
No. Anywhere.
Two-0 pitch. Murphy takes ball inside.
And with the importance of the game, I don't remember anything quite like that.
We've seen games this season that'll take erratic swings, but stay to that side, not swing back the other way.
Right.
And we saw it swing back and forth in the last 2 innings. And it was just a wild ride to the finish. 3-0 in for a strike. 1-0 Braves, bottom of the second. Three-1 from Lucchesi. That's outside, ball 4. For the Mets, now that they're in the postseason, if they were to win this game, they would be going to San Diego, and the Diamondbacks would be going to Milwaukee. And for the Braves, should they win this game, New York would go right back to Milwaukee, which is where they were for the last 3 games, and the Braves would be heading to San Diego. As the Braves, with this win, would have the tiebreaker over the Mets by taking the season series, and they would be the number 2 wildcard team, with the Mets becoming the number 3 wildcard team. 1 down for Arcia. Orlando takes a ball outside. And at this point, you don't care where you go so long as you go.
That is so correct.
1-0 to Orlando. It's a high pop-up. Right side of the infield. Alvarez and Alonso in the neighborhood. This is Alvarez's ball, and in shallow right makes a 2-handed catch right over the top of his cap. 2 down.
You know, they won 2 games against Kansas City with a total of 9 hits. So the offense going 1 for 19 with runners in scoring position in that series. I'm not sure how much offense we were expecting. So when the Mets came so far back and led 6-3, I thought that's probably the ball game because our offense just hasn't been clicking.
Right.
And boy, did they put it together. It was so exciting.
Here's Arcia, or rather Harris, I should say, takes the ball low.
It just seemed like it was a lead insurmountable given recent offense.
Yeah.
And what they did in the bottom of the 8th inning was incredible. Ozzie Albies, amazing.
Ozzie on deck right now. Harris swings and fouls one off.
See that swing? That's almost as funny a swing as the delivery from Lucchesi.
Yeah.
You just don't see it.
Braves 1, Mets nothing. Bottom of the second. Runners at first and second. Murphy or Urshela take their lead. So the 1-1 pitch on the way to Harris. He swings and bounces one foul on the right field line. They get 1 and 2 on Michael Harris. Braves have given Grant Holmes at least a 1-run lead. He's been great, 6 up and 6 down. 1-2, fouled back by Harris. I think anybody has more accessories than Michael Harris when it comes to the cleats and the batting gloves and wristbands and headbands. I mean, he's stylish, boy.
I think he had light blue on it first game. Not sure.
Well, he's got that neon green look. Looking good. Looking for a base hit right here. 1-2. Bounced up there, rolls away from Torrens, the catcher, but not far enough away for Urshela or Murphy to even dream about it.
Provided you've got, if you've got lime green on, for example, with your shoes, if you've got something up top like your elbow guard or your gloves to kind of tie it all together.
Right.
Then you've really got something working.
Yeah, absolutely. Really ties the uniform together. 2-2. Harris fouls one back again.
Carmen Perica taught me that with golf attire. He was always very stylish and made sure that whatever shoes he was wearing complemented everything else he had on.
So it can be a loud color, but it all has to tie in together.
100%.
Writing that down.
He was a maven.
2-2 fouled off. Good at bat here by Michael Harris. Inning has gone double, strikeout, RBI single, walk, and a pop out. This will be the 8th pitch of the battle. 2-2 to ground ball, tapped to second. Alvarez has it. And his throw to Alonso is a good one. There's out number 3. But the Braves take the lead. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. We'll go to the top of the 3rd. 1-0 Braves.
I think a union may be the most misunderstood organization in the country. I'm Kenny Mullins for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613 in Atlanta, Georgia. Here's what we do. We're a group of electricians that collectively bargain with employers for better benefits and higher wages for you. That's it. If you're in construction and that sounds good to you, come join us. Visit IBEW613.org or call me personally, 404-523-8100.
Fall is here, but it's still hot here in the state of Georgia, which means pests like ants, roaches, and mosquitoes are out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Braves, so you know you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Are you ready to live like a champion? Introducing Simply Sports CBD, the official CBD of athletes everywhere. Chosen by athletes like Olympic surfer Brisa Hennessy and recommended by trainers. Simply Sports CBD is the #1 NSF certified CBD for athletes. Whether it's training, recovery, or maintaining mental clarity, Simply is there for the day-to-day grind. Join the champions. Choose the CBD that athletes trust. Simply Sports CBD. Live like a champion. Proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. Available at the Georgia Hemp Company.
We're streaming every game of the Braves 2024 season free on the 680 The Fan app. So make sure you download it now and don't miss a pitch of the Braves this season.
Grant Holmes and the Braves with a 1-0 lead into the top of the 3rd. It'll be 7-8-9 coming up for the Mets, Bader, Torrens, and Alvarez. Folks, Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. With America's largest network of parts and care, Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. We're all hoping our next ride is a flight out to San Diego, but the Braves have to win this game in order to make that happen. Harrison Bader climbing in. First pitch from Grant Holmes, turned on, sent foul, over against the railing of the Mets dugout. One game away from this postseason picture coming into complete focus across the National League. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Bader takes the ball outside. Meanwhile, the Padres and the Brewers await. They're at home resting. They'll welcome in one of these two teams or the Diamondbacks. Bader takes a ball low, 2-1.
And there are 4 division winners, 2 in each league, that are sitting around for the next 5 days like the Braves have the last 2 years. They got to figure out how to stay sharp.
2-1. Bader fouls one back, 2-2. Well, we have seen that become an issue for some teams in the postseason. Obviously, the Braves, one of them. Been the case for the Dodgers the last few years. Astros a couple of years ago didn't seem to have a problem with it. There's the 2-2 pitch on the way to Harrison Bader. Low and outside with a slider. And for the Braves, this time, if they can make their way in, it'll be the complete opposite of what they've experienced the last 2 years. Need no rest. 3-2. Struck him out. Boy, the slider's been great. Think about some of these sliders we've seen lately. We saw a really good one by Schwellenbach in Game 1. What we saw a couple of days ago out of Reynaldo Lopez was outstanding. And Grant Holmes has a good one here early. Braves 1, Mets nothing, top of the 3rd. Luis Torrens takes a hack and a miss at a slider. Lights on here at the ballpark. They've been on the entire day as we've been under overcast skies all day here in Atlanta. We'll want to chase and miss at another slider. 0-2. A ceiling of gray clouds over the top of Atlanta all day today. Just little glimpses of sunshine here and there. A very comfortable day. Temperature in the mid-70s, little breeze. 0-2 pitch. Have a seat. 3 sliders take care of Torrens.
Fans, a reminder that Tire Discounters Round Trip or Home Run promotion offers Braves fans a next-day instant savings on selected tires, plus free alignment and oil change. The more homers the Braves hit, the bigger the deals at Tire Discounters. Learn more at tirediscounters.com/Braves.
2 down for Eddie Alvarez. He's the second baseman. He came on to play second at the end of game 1. Alvarez takes the ball high. This would finish up the first trip to the order for Grant Holmes, and it's gone 8 up and 8 down with 6 strikeouts. .1-0 from Grant. Big swing and a miss at a slider.
You might say it's very Chris Sale-like.
Very much so. Righty-lefty matchup. Holmes cuts it loose. Swing and a miss with a slider. 8 strikeouts is the career high for Grant Holmes. He's done that twice this season. He's 1 strike from the 7th. We're only in the 3rd inning. Braves leading 1-0. And a very poised Grant Holmes looking into his target, Sean Murphy. 1-2 to Alvarez. Low it inside with a curveball. Missed the outside corner with a curve. Something to keep in mind, this is the first time the Mets have ever seen Grant Holmes. He faced the Yankees. He's never faced the Mets. Count runs to 3-2. Here it comes. Ground ball out to second. Backhanded by Ozzie. Smooth play. Good throw. 3 up, 3 down. 3 perfect innings for Grant Holmes. He's definitely pulling his weight. See if the Braves can add on to this lead. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, 1-0 Braves.
I got hurt in a car wreck. Why should I call the Ken Nugent Law Firm?
Because when you're hurt, you need money. You deserve it. And my law firm goes and gets it for you.
Results are what I'm looking for. Why wouldn't I call the Ken Nugent Law Firm?
Our job is to get you as much money as possible for your case. 1 call, that's all.
Ken Nugent, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Call 1-800-CALL-KEN. Client portrayal. Spokesperson for Connect Agent PC, Attorneys at Law. 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
Hey, Braves fans, step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get the fastest speeds and low-lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience that knocks it out of the park. And you'll have a consistent connection with reduced buffering and freezing, so you can stay in all the action inning after inning. When it's game time, make sure to catch it all with internet that's powerful and reliable. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity, because it's only live once. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed. Many factors affect speed. For factors affecting speed, visit Xfinity.com/network management.
Make some money anytime. Digi games are online.
Digi games from the Georgia Lottery are online with over 50 fun games, plus your favorite draw games: Mega Millions, Powerball, Keno, Cash 3, Cash 4, Fantasy 5, and Cash Pop.
Digi games, draw games, it's all online.
Win money on your phone, tablet, or laptop at PlayDigi.com. Play responsibly.
Digging, grading, tilling, and mowing. All in a day's work with Yanmar, the tractor that works as hard as you do. Discover new possibilities at YanmarTractor.com.
No one's got you covered, Braves country, the way that myself and my partner Nick Cellini do, starting 11 o'clock on 680 The Fan, the 680 The Fan app. Braves baseball every day this year with 680 The Fan.
Bottom of the 3rd here at Truist Park in Atlanta. Braves 1, Mets nothing as Ozzie Albies leads it off versus the southpaw Joey Lucchesi. What a day it's been for Ozzie Albies. Ozzie sends one foul, rattling around off the railing of the Mets dugout. Ozzie in Game 1 was a monster. 2-run homer. Also a 3-run double. Walked twice. Played a great brand of defense at second base. And he was doing everything he could to get the Braves a victory in Game 1. They fell just short, losing 8-7. 0-1 to Ozzie. Flipped down the right field line, foul, and into the seats. You know, I think about that game for Ozzie. And that 8th inning double coming against Diaz, a pitcher that he had gone 0 for 9 against in his career. And then in his biggest at-bat of the season, hit the bases clearing double against the guy he'd never had any success against.
Yeah, it was crazy. What a great job he did.
Well, 2 pitch, swung on, miss. Went up and away with a cutter. And 2 down. The Mets have made a defensive switch. Acuna started the game at short with Alvarez at second. And now they've swapped. Acuna has moved to second and Alvarez over to short.
If they do that again and I have to scribble on my scorebook, that's not going to be good.
I think you might have to go on down there. Time called.
How big a old boy are you?
Acuna's easy to find. He's got bright orange spikes on and bright orange wristbands on. He really is like Diet Ronald Acuna.
Yep.
Hey, Braves fans, catch every pitch with the fastest internet, reliable connection you can count on in the clutch, even during peak hours. The next generation Xfinity 10G network. 1-0 Braves, bottom of the 3rd. Luke Casey walked Ozuna in the 1st inning. This is a curveball low and in, bouncing away from Luis Torrens. Touched the inside corner with a sinker. Evens the count up at 1. Ozuna with a check swing, tapper foul.
Almost got Matt Olson.
Well, for Luke Casey, this big, tall left-hander has been going up and in with a cutter against right-handed batters. That's where he's been trying to live with that cutter. Got a 1-2 count on Ozuna. Here it is from Luke Casey. That'll miss high. Went up with a change up there, nowhere near the zone.
This guy's got to have his feet exactly where he wants them, in the exact right spot on the pitching rubber. They've got to be the exact space apart that he wants them. And then he's got to look at first pitch on his glove. First pitch strike.
Right. 2-2, a swing and a miss. As he strikes out Ozuna with a sinker, 2 down.
So he struck out 4. His stuff is good enough, but there looks like a lot going on in his head.
Yeah. We mentioned he's such a big guy at 6'5", 225. Matt Olson sends one foul into the seats down the left field line. But it's almost like he's trying to curl up into a ball, make himself as small as possible right before he goes into his delivery.
And as big as he is, he ought to be doing like McGill and throw downhill. Maybe he tried that at age 31. He's on to page 2.
Pitch misses up and away. Yeah, I don't know that there's the width of a golf ball in between his heels out there as his shoes are almost touching. Steps, kicks, and fires. 1-1 up and in. 1-0 Braves in the bottom of the 3rd. Braves got a run in the 2nd inning on an RBI single by Gio Urshela to drive in Jorge Soler. Soler had reached on a double and then third base on a wild pitch. And And that has been the only run of the game. Meanwhile, Grant Holmes has gone 9 up and 9 down on the mound for the Braves with 6 strikeouts. Two on to Olsen. And he grounds one to Acuna. Taken on the bounce. Lobs over to first, and there's out number 3. So the Braves go down in order in the third. We head to the top of the fourth. 1-0 Braves.
With fall savings at the Home Depot, you can get up to $1,600 off select appliances from top brands like GE Profile. Save space and time with the new combo washer and dryer and do-it-all-in-one machine. And with Smart Dispense technology, the right amount of detergent is automatically added to every wash. Laundry day is a whole lot smarter with the GE Profile Ultra-Fast Combo with Smart Dispense only at the Home Depot. Right now, save up to $1,600 on select appliances with fall savings at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Pricing valid September 26th through October 16th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
With us today, a developer from SeatGeek. Quick question. My son's wedding clashes with the baseball game. Do you have an innovation to make him reschedule the wedding?
No, but you can sell your tickets on SeatGeek.
Interesting. What about selling a wedding invitation? I'm joking. Maybe.
Expect the expected. SeatGeek. Buy and sell Atlanta Braves tickets on SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey Braves fans, Onward Reserve is your hometown team for top-line casual sportswear. Whether you're out on the golf course, going to dinner, or enjoying some baseball at Truist Park, Onward Reserve's clothes are the perfect fit. With 12 retail locations throughout Braves country, Onward Reserve is proud to help you get to the game in style. Swing by the Braves Clubhouse store for exclusive designs made just for the A. Visit us online at onwardreserve.com. Proud partner of your Atlanta Braves.
You want a good start to the day? How about the Braves, coffee, and the locker room? Home team here, 6 to 10 on the Fan 680 and the 680 The Fan app.
It's great to have you with us on a Monday evening. Coming to you from Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. Braves have a 1-0 lead over the Mets here in game number 162. And if the Braves can win, they'll play tomorrow in the postseason. Lose and the season will be over. For the Mets here in the top of the fourth, it'll be the top of their order. Acuna, Iglesias, and Nimmo. Alongside Joe Simpson, Ben Ingram here with you. Grant Holmes, 9 up and 9 down with 6 strikeouts. And now facing Luis Angel Acuna, younger brother of Ronald Acuna Jr. The pitch on the way to Acuna in the air towards right. To his left now, Jorge Soler crossed the foul line out of his reach. And it's the screen down the right field line. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is making Braves country clean car country all season long. And when the Braves pitch a scoreless fourth inning, Tidal Wave offers half off their best wash membership the following day. That's already been accomplished from game 1. Spencer Schwellenbach had a 1-2-3 fourth inning. So you can stop by there tomorrow and take advantage of that dynamite deal at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Check them out, tidalwaveautospa.com/Braves. 0-1 to Acuna. On a fly ball towards right. Soler drifting in, looking up towards the cloudy sky. Makes the catch. 10 up and 10 down now for Grant Holmes. One out for Jose Iglesias. Iglesias singled and scored in the 8th inning. Of game 1, that is.
Yeah.
He's 0 for 1 here in game 2. And Iglesias takes a ball low.
He's really done a fabulous job filling in for them, especially offensively for McNeil.
Called strike 1-1. You mentioned that this time of year, get into the postseason, heroes come from all sorts of directions. He could be one of those kinds of guys for the Mets in the postseason. 1-1 misses low. That's how hot he's been at the plate.
Yeah. You know, I wouldn't doubt that Milwaukee would be rooting for the Mets to win too. And I'll tell you why.
2-1 from Holmes outside.
New York won yesterday. It's the first time they beat Milwaukee all year. Brewers owned them 5-1. I'm not sure I'd want to play a team that I've beaten that much,
right,
and think that I still had them.
3-1 in the air to right field. Soler going to drift to his left, slows, squares his shoulders, and he's got out number 2. It's not easy to beat a team in the big leagues that many times consecutively.
That old reverse lock.
Yeah. Braves leading 1-0. This game at the top of the 4th. Brandon Nimmo takes a ball outside. Braves, on the other hand, if they can get into the postseason and face the Padres, Braves in 3-4 against them in the regular season. Braves had a lot more success in San Diego than the series here in Atlanta. There's a ball outside. It's got to win today. Currently leading 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes on Nimmo. 2-0 from Holmes. Good curveball in the outside corner. 2-1.
You know, Holmes works from the stretch at all times, but he hasn't had to work out of the stretch yet today.
He's in search of his 4th straight 1-2-3 inning. Big lumbering hack at a curveball and a miss by Nimmo. 2-2. Grant with that very long, curly, dark hair down past his shoulders. Right-hander from Conway, South Carolina. Brings the 2-2. Struck him out. Good curve. Another perfect inning for Grant Holmes. 12 up and 12 down with 7 strikeouts for Grant. Got to get him some runs. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-0 Braves.
Get ready to fall in love, but this time with my home island of Curacao. Hi, I'm Ozzy Albies, second baseman from Atlanta Braves, and Curacao is where my story began. It's where the vibe is full of color and life, where our culture shines with European and Caribbean flair, and where you're bound to find a new adventure or some much needed time to relax. It's the start of my story, and it could be the next part of yours. Visit Curacao and feel it for yourself.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I heard the Tire Discounters sports ball arrangement with the Braves just got better.
You got it, Phantom. Now, with any Braves dinger...
Dinger? That's a home run, isn't it?
Yes, you're really catching on.
Well...
Yeah, now, if the Braves hit just 1 homer, the next day at Tire Discounters, you save the max.
$150?
Offsets of Goodyear or Cooper, plus a free alignment and a free oil change.
Alignment! So crucial!
Cheers to a great day and this ice-cold Corona.
You know what would make this day even better? My grandma's carne asada.
Or your grandma here with us, making carne asada.
She does love a cold Corona.
Throw in some dancing.
Oh, we can watch the game.
I'll drink to that.
So a backyard concert with football, food, dancing, and Corona?
And your grandma.
Or we could keep it simple.
Simple is good. Want a Corona?
Thanks. Salud to the perfect day.
Corona, la vida más fina. Get your Corona at ordercorona.com. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Import, Chicago, Illinois.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Atlanta Braves and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey, Braves country, I work with the best baseball man in the city of Atlanta, Chris Domino, Cellini and Domino weekdays on the Fan 680 and 93.7 FM and the Fan app.
1-0 Braves, bottom of the 4th. Still Joey Lucchesi on the mound for the Mets. His first pitch to Jorge Soler. Hits its mark. First pitch curve over, 0-1. Soler, the only man to touch the plate today. Hit a double off the wall in the second, just missed a home run. Wild pitch got him to 3rd, and a base hit by Urshela scored him. That has been the only tally here in Game 2 of the doubleheader. 1 inside, 1-1. Thanks to that clean top of the 4th inning, you know you got yourself that big discount tomorrow at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. So stop by and get half off their best wash membership for the first month at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. 1-1, big swing and a miss, up and away with a cutter.
I wonder if they have any in San Diego, you know?
Tidal Wave Auto Spa?
Yeah, if we're out there, we could help somebody get their car washed.
Yeah, I'm willing to try.
Yeah.
Just get us there.
All the incentive we needed.
1-2 bounced up there.
J-Chad's offered a hand wash. Just get there.
Count even 2-2 on Soler. Casey fires. Soler fouls one back. Well, game number 2 is certainly being played by both teams like we saw a wild game in game 1, which is exactly what we saw. Both teams trying to bounce back from that game. 2-2 to ground ball to the left side. Corralling out there, Alvarez fires over to first base. And one down. Winning and losing. I mean, you got to get up for a game 2 of a doubleheader, especially the Braves. But when you have a game like that, it certainly takes it out of you for a little while, doesn't it?
It does. It really does. And a quick turnaround like this, we're not used to 40 minutes between games. We're used to day-night doubleheaders or a big gap in between.
Foul ball into the seats down the right field line.
And nobody throwing in the Atlanta bullpen, although there's a little movement out there. So it looks like Holmes might be back out there for the 5th. Why not?
Keep it rolling. 0-1 pitch. That'll miss outside. Left-hander Joey Lucchesi out of Newark, California. Getting the ball for the Mets today, the 1-1 pitch. That's drilled deep down the left field line, but hooking foul. And that lands on the second deck.
Out of southeast Missouri State. You know where that is?
I'm guessing in southeast Missouri.
It's in the southeastern corner, yeah.
Of the state of Missouri.
Of Missouri.
Yeah.
Cape Girardeau.
I've been through there.
Have you?
Yeah. I think I-55 rolls pretty close to Cape Girardeau. 1-2 pitch. That'll miss low and outside. I think that's kind of close to Sykeston, Missouri, where they got the Lambert's Throwed Rolls. You ever been through there?
The Lambert what?
Lambert's Throwed Rolls restaurant?
No.
Oh, man.
Sounds good, though.
Oh, it is. 2-2 low and outside. They come out with a cart of hot rolls. And you got your meal and everything, but if you want to roll, they got the guy coming out on the cart. Rolls! You just hold your hand up, and he pulls it out and throws rolls across the restaurant.
Lambert's Throwed Rolls.
Throwed Rolls. 3-2 pop back our way.
I like that idea.
Yeah, good rolls, too. They come out with the sorghum molasses put on there.
Guy also pitches for the American Legion team, so he's pretty accurate.
Here's the 3-2. And there's ball 4. This time. Braves need to get on a roll or two right here.
Yeah.
It's 1-0 Atlanta, bottom of the 4th. There's Gio Urshela. Gio drove in the run for the Braves back of the 2nd. First pitch just a little bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. You know, it's game 2 of a doubleheader. When you think about players' superstitions and things like that. There's a 1-0 pitch on the way to Gio Urshela. There's ball outside. I was reading about Lucchesi, and one of his superstitions is he likes to get a haircut before every game. I wonder if they even do that before game 2 of a doubleheader. See if the Braves can give him a haircut right here. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Ball 3. Just up and in.
Something tells me that Mr. Lucchesi has a lot of things he's got to do before every game.
And before every pitch. There's ball 4. Back-to-back walks from Lucchesi to Laureano and Urshela. Well, Jeremy Hefner, pitching coach, going to trot out there and chat with Lucchesi. The batter will be Sean Murphy. On this homestand, Murphy had a big home run the other night versus Kansas City. Need a big base hit right here. Grant Holmes has been doing his part. He's gone 12 up and 12 down. And the Braves have given him 1 run of support to this point, but need a big inning. For Luke Casey, 4 walks in the game. And like we mentioned earlier in the game, that's been an issue for him in his career. And for Sean Murphy, trying to take advantage of that. Second, Laureano. At first, Urshela. And here it is to Murphy. That'll miss low. Bounce away from the catcher, Torrens. The runners stay put at first and second.
Every once in a while, he really slows down his motion and tries to aim that curveball. If he makes a mistake with that after telegraphing it, it'll go a long way if he leaves it up.
Check swing. It's a called strike. Up and in with a sinker. I'm telling you, these right-handed batters, sinkers or cutters, doesn't matter. He's going up and into the same place.
And it looks like he's throwing harder than what the radar gun is saying to me.
1-1 low and away. Curveball in the dirt.
See how he kind of has a hitch in his delivery on that curveball?
Yeah.
And the arm kind of drags. An immediate tip to the hitter. But that sinker that he's throwing up and in looks a little harder than 90-91.
Yeah, do you think it's just because it's coming up and in?
Yeah, and maybe because it's a little sneaky because of the delivery.
2-1 check swing. There's a called strike. And now 2-2 on Murphy. Murphy walked in the second. Orlando Arcia on deck. 1-0 Braves, bottom of the fourth. Runners at first and second, 1 out. 2-2 from Luke Casey. Almost hit him. Up and in with a cutter. Big pitch coming up right here. Murphy awaits. 3-2. In the air to deep right field, down the line towards the corner. That's going to be caught deep in the corner by Taylor. And the runners have to head back to first and second. Taylor with a long way. If he's not there, that lands at the base of the right field wall right in the corner next to the foul line. But he made the catch in deep right and 2 down.
He's a good outfielder. Originally with Milwaukee and a center fielder. He can play all 3 outfield spots. But as we said in game 1, he can run, covers a lot of ground.
So it's up to Arcia. Runners at first and second, 2 down. Luke Casey's 83rd pitch is in for a called strike. Curveball in the inner third. Arcia swings and sends one foul on the left field line. 84 pitches for Luke Casey. 46 strikes.
Yeah.
Grant Holmes has thrown 46 pitches for the game.
Wow.
And has 32 strikes. And he's trying to wiggle off the hook here in the 4th inning. And the 0-2. Arcia fouls one back. Got a piece of a curveball to hang alive.
Can you imagine a couple of years ago when this guy was pitching without a pitch clock?
Oh, my goodness.
Mercy.
Human rain delay.
Whew.
Laureano at second, Urshela at first. 0-2 pitch. Arcia takes a ball inside. Orlando has popped out to second in this game. In game 1, 0-for-2 with a couple of strikeouts and a walk. Waiting on the 1-2 from Luke Casey. Southpaw deals. Arcia bends out of the way of a cutter up and in. That was a close shave. Gave the Braves shortstop a bow tie there with that cutter. Now the 2-2 count. Arcia slightly open stance in the right-hand batter's box. And the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Acuna comes up with it on the second bounce, tosses to first, and the Braves strand 2 men aboard. So Lucchesi was wild, but the 2 walks don't harm him. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left. We've played 4 as we go to the top of the 5th, 1-0 Braves.
Hey guys, it's John Michaels, and you know me for a long time. I've had no hair. Part of it was nature, part of it was by choice, but I've found a solution. It's Advanced Treatment by Advanced Hair. It's a quick, simple 1-day treatment, and it's guaranteed to grow your hair for the rest of your life. Follow along with me as I've gone through the procedure. It's life-changing results guaranteed. If you go to advancedhair.com, enter the promo code THEFAN, and you're going to get $250 off your procedure. Advancedhair.com.
City of Hope. We're more than just a top-ranked cancer hospital. For over 100 years, we've been making breakthroughs, pushing the limits of what's possible, targeting cancer at the molecular level, pioneering treatments used worldwide. At City of Hope, your entire cancer-fighting team is bound together by a single mission, to cure your cancer. And now City of Hope is closer than ever, providing patients in Metro Atlanta the cancer care they deserve. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
Okay, everyone, what did you think of the chocolate bar?
It's too chewy.
Feels kind of chalky.
Too much nougat.
I need to go brush my teeth.
Business is booming for Steph's small marketing research firm.
After all these focus groups, there's only one conclusion. I need more researchers.
And she's way too busy researching.
Does this have peanuts?
To waste time researching resumes.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
2 of the best teams in the world, your Atlanta Braves and the Locker Room. Brian Finneran here, and you can listen live Monday to Friday, 6 to 10 a.m., 680 The Fan, or tap that app.
Braves 1, Mets nothing into the top of the 5th inning here in game 162. And now for more play-by-play, here's Joe.
Thanks, Ben. What a job by Grant Holmes so far. 12 up, 12 down, 7 punch-outs. Pete Alonso leads off the 5th inning and promptly spoils that with a little soft liner base hit to right field. He's aboard first base runner for the Mets. Comes here in the 5th inning. Northside Hospital for a healthier future together. Look to Northside. Starling Marte came in as a pinch hitter in game 1, and boy did he have an impact. Singled and scored in the 8th, singled and scored in the 9th. He went 2 for 2. Takes a strike. Hitting .269, 7 homers. He's had an injury-plagued year again. Good pitch, called ball 1. Alonso has a couple of stolen bases, but not going, and the pitch in the dirt, blocked nicely by Murphy. In fact, Alonso has 3 swipes. And Daysbel Hernandez begins to loosen up in the Atlanta bullpen. Pitch number 51 coming up from Holmes, and again, he went an inning and 2/3 last night. Pitch high, 3-1. Marte to be followed by Tyrone Taylor. Sounds like a movie star, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
3-1. Swung on, popped up, and foul out of play, first base side. Pause for station ID, Braves Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game, live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
Payoff pitch down low, and Marte draws a walk, and really the first signs of fatigue for Grant Holmes. He gives up a soft single and now a walk. 2 on, nobody out for Taylor. And here comes Brian Snitker. And I tell you what, folks, everybody ought to be on their feet for Grant Holmes, filling in like he did for Chris Sale. You'll get a hand and a big high five from all of his teammates. Job well done, sir. This is the Aero Exterminator's call to the bullpen. Make the right call and protect your home or business from pests by calling 888-GO-AERO or visit aeroexterminators.com. We'll tell you about the new pitcher right after this on the Braves Radio Network.
Hey, Braves fans. Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get the fastest speeds and low-lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience that knocks it out of the park. And you'll have a consistent connection with reduced buffering and freezing, so you can stay in all the action inning after inning. When it's game time, make sure to catch it all with internet that's powerful and reliable. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity, because it's only live once. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed. Many factors affect speed. For factors affecting speed, visit xfinity.com/network management.
You're not afraid to get dirty. You know there's strength in sweat, pride in a hard day's work, and power in a great team. We agree the best teams run like a well-oiled machine. That's why you need a Yanmar tractor on your roster. The tractor rated #1 in product quality by the EDA 5 years running. From digging and grading to tilling and mowing. Get more done. Take less time. Yanmar gets you to the game faster. See all their tractors online at yanmartractor.com. That's yanmartractor.com.
Dive into the ultimate dining experience at National Anthem Atlanta, in the heart of the Battery Atlanta and the Omni Hotel, the official hotel of the Atlanta Braves. Book your stay at omnihotels.com/Battery Atlanta.
So when you want the Braves on demand, just tap that 680 The Fan app.
So make sure you download it now and don't miss a pitch of the Braves this season.
1-0 Braves in the top of the 5th inning with the Mets threatening. So the Braves go to the bullpen, bring out right-hander Daysbel Hernandez. We saw him yesterday. He was very good, as he went an inning and 2/3 with 5 strikeouts. And for Hernandez, on for the 16th time this season, 2-0 with a 2.76 ERA. Right-hander, 5'10", 220 out of Sandino, Cuba.
Yeah, he was awesome yesterday against Kansas City. He inherits first and second. Nobody out for Tyrone Taylor, who takes a strike. 96 on that fastball. Awesome job by Grant Holmes. 4 innings plus 2 batters. 1 hit, 1 walk, 7 punch-outs. Foul ball sent out a play by Taylor, 0-2. Bright sunshine breaks through here in the late evening. Really lighting up the left field bleachers and the Nets bullpen. The 0-2. Outside, ball and 2 strikes, backhanded by d'Arnaud. Braves up a skinny run. Came in the 2nd inning. RBI hit by Gio Urshela plated the run. Check swing, he went. Taylor knew it. He spins around and goes back to the dugout. And Hernandez fans the first batter he faces. So the last 6 outs Hernandez has recorded have all been strikeouts. Harrison Bader fanned his first time. Takes outside ball 1. That, of course, was against Holmes. Bader 0 for 2 in game 1. Grounded out twice. Once with a runner at third and 1 out. Breaking ball outside 2-0. The Mets won game 1, if you weren't with us, 8-7 in a wild, wild finish to the game. Outside ball 3. Braves led 3-0 going to the top of the 8th. Mets scored 6. Braves came back in the bottom of the 8th, scored 4 to regain the lead. And then the Mets won it in the 9th on a 2-run homer by Francisco Lindor. Strike call. 3-1. Now to Bader. 2 on, 1 out, 1-0 Braves. Pitch pulled foul into the Mets dugout. Full count. Slightly open stance for Bader. Bader, the pitch. Got him looking. Froze him. I don't know what Bader was looking for, but he didn't even get the bat off his shoulder. Second strikeout for Daysbel.
Well, that's what you love about Daysbel Hernandez. So long as he's able to display some control and some command, his stuff is electric. He threw that pitch so hard his hat came off. There's 96, up and in, and able to get him.
Luis Torrens, the catcher, takes high ball 1. Fanned his first time. The 1-0. Strike call. Francisco Alvarez caught game 1. He had a double in 4 trips. Drove in a run, scored 1 in that 8th inning. 1-1 pitch, strike 2 call. Atta baby. 96. Mets had 2 on, nobody out. Now it's 2 on, 2 out. Seven straight strikeouts for Hernandez dating back to yesterday. And the pitch swung on and foul tipped over the on-deck circle of the Mets. Had a good crowd here today. On their feet, going crazy in game 1. Ground ball sent to third. Urshela's got it. He'll run to the bag himself. Step on third, and that'll end the inning. Excellent job by Hernandez. He leaves the runners at first and second. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Braves still up 1-0.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, watch out.
Watch out. The insurance company may try to tell you that you don't need a lawyer.
Watch out. The insurance company may try to settle before you're done with all your medical treatment.
Don't trust the insurance company after your wreck. Call me, and my law firm will watch out for you. One call, that's all.
Ken Nugent, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Call 1-800-CALL-KEN. Client portrayal. Spokesperson for Kenneth S. Nugent, PC, Attorneys at Law. 1355 Peachtree Street, Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
This is Jeff Francoeur. I love my Atlanta Braves family and our fans. But let me tell you what I love about Pruitt Health, the Georgia-grown, family-owned organization operating for more than 50 years. And they believe family makes us stronger. If you're looking for a job in healthcare with paid training, join the Pruitt Health family where you'll find a career that feels more like a mission. Home health, skilled nursing, hospice, helping people every day live their best life now. Learn more at careers.pruitthealth.com.
Atlanta Braves fans know the Freeze is fast. From his game day races to his Freeze Blast drink breaks on the go, he's all about speed, convenience, and outrunning the competition. That's why he fuels up at Racetrack. Catch him cooling off with a Freeze Blast drink and grabbing whatever gets him going. From pizza to candy to Swirl World ice cream, he could be in and out in seconds. And for the rest of us, we might not beat the Freeze, but Racetrack sure gets us going. Fuel up fast at Racetrack. Proud hometown partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Play Keno online and anywhere Keno is sold and get 30% higher payouts during bonus hours. Sunday 1 to 3 p.m. and Thursdays 6 to 8 p.m. Only from the Georgia Lottery.
No one's got you covered, Braves country, the way that myself and my partner Nick Cellini do, starting 11 o'clock on 680 The Fan, the 680 The Fan app. Braves baseball every day this year with 680 The Fan.
Fans, when severe weather occurs in Braves country, the team at Georgia Power works around the clock to safely restore power as quickly as possible. They're working tirelessly with teams across the region to ensure you have the energy you need. So, for the latest information, safety tips, and a report, or check the status of outages, visit georgiapower.com/storm. And hopefully everybody in the state is quickly getting their power restored. Everybody's working hard for that. Top of the order for Atlanta, Michael Harris swings and grounds one hard, backhanded by Alonso. He'll race to the bag in time. 1 pitch, 1 out. Harris with another hard hit ball, but another good play by Alonso. Man, he's really improved over there, hasn't he?
He certainly has today. And it's not just with the glove. I mean, his footwork has been very good. You mentioned some of the plays he made just holding the bag on mad throws and able to secure outs. Very impressive defense by Pete Alonso.
Harris is 0 for 3. Ozzie 0 for 2. He's flied out and struck out against the lefty. And takes outside ball 1. Luke Casey's given up 2 hits, but he's walked 4. But the Braves only lead 1-0. Next offering, grounded toward third. Hot shot, handled over there by Iglesias. Iglesias, and he'll throw him out. They've moved everybody around in the infield so much, I forget.
Yeah, it's been a big shift around. You think about where the Braves are in this game. Look, the Mets have already accomplished what they wanted to accomplish today. They won Game 1. And the Braves have to find a way to put up a big number at some point. You feel like with what the Mets did in Game 1, if the Braves were to put up a big inning, that could be enough for them to say, all right, we're good. But remaining a 1-0 ball game, it scares you.
It does. Marcell Ozuna takes outside. He has walked and struck out. He's 0 for his last 16. And his average down to 301. Come on, Marcel. Base knock right here. Keep that average above 300. Bounce to the left side. Tough play. Iglesias gloves. 360 spin. High throw. Hauled in by Alonso, and the inning is over. 3 up and 3 down. Go down the Braves, and we go to the 6th. Braves lead 1-0.
Hey there, baseball fans. Are you craving something more than just a win? Dive into the ultimate dining experience at National Anthem Atlanta, the go-to food spot for every flavor palette. Located in the heart of the Battery Atlanta, National Anthem Atlanta brings you a menu stacked with mouth-watering prime steaks, shareable snacks, handcrafted cocktails, beers, and the burger. Complete each day at Omni Hotel at the Battery Atlanta, the official hotel of the Atlanta Braves, just steps away from the Chop House Gates at Truist Park. Book in advance at omnihotels.com/Battery Atlanta.
Hey, Braves fans, step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get the fastest speeds and low-lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience that knocks it out of the park. And you'll have a consistent connection with reduced buffering and freezing, so you can stay in all the action inning after inning. When it's game time, make sure to catch it all with internet that's powerful and reliable. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity, because it's only live once. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed. Many factors affect speed. For factors affecting speed, visit xfinity.com/network management.
No matter the obstacles, setbacks, twists and turns, never lose sight of the destination. Because when you get there, the next adventure is just beginning. I'm Mike Harris II. Follow your own path. Check out the Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport SUVs at your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves.
Some models, trims, and features may not be available and may be subject to change.
Hey, it's Kevin McAlpin, and I'm talking Braves with the Locker Room every weekday morning at 7:45 on Atlanta Braves Today, exclusively on The Fan.
5 innings in the books, 1-0 Atlanta. Trying to get to the postseason for the 7th straight year. Daysville Hernandez had his strikeout streak end at 7, but he got 3 in a row to end the 4th, or to end the 5th rather, as Eddie Alvarez steps in and swings and misses. 0-1. Alvarez started at second, now playing short. Struck out his first time. Swing and a miss. 0-2. I beg your pardon. He struck out his only at bat in game 1. Grounded out in this game. 0 for 2 on the day. Braves looking to pack their bags and go to San Diego. Mets have already locked up a spot in either San Diego or Milwaukee, depending on the outcome of this game. Ball 1 to Alvarez, 1-2. Hernandez delivers inside and hit him. He got him right in the knee, but he seems to be just fine. So the top of the 6th starts with a hit batter. Fans, if both flavors something you're after, and I know you are, grab a bottle or 10 of the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, because it's the official hot sauce of the Braves. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. Flavor favors the bold. Ball 1 outside to Luis Angel Acuna, the leadoff batter. He has struck out and flied out. Stretch in the pitch. Strike call at the letters. 1-1.
Got a question for you. You think the Mets have a preference of their opponent? Going to Milwaukee, the team they just saw, or going to San Diego, a team that might be perceived as the better team?
1-1. Swung on, popped up. Going to stay and play for Olsen in foul territory. Mets got it. 1 away. I think I would probably rather go play a team that I hadn't just finished up playing 3 days.
Yeah. You know, if it had been a couple of months since you had seen the Brewers, you might say, oh, maybe Milwaukee's the more favorable scenario. And I don't mean to take anything away from the Brewers. They got a really good team.
Here's Iglesias, takes outside, ball 1. But I think the consensus was that the Padres were the team that nobody wanted to play.
Right.
Iglesias is popped up, flied out, throw to first, runner back. Iglesias working on a 21-game hitting streak. And the pitch swung on, sliced down the first base line, but foul. Iglesias had a huge hit in the 8th inning of Game 1. And it was the first batter that Raisel Iglesias faced. And Iglesias plated 2 runs with a base hit to right. Here he lines one to right center. Soler on the move, has it. Makes the catch right above his cap. 2 down. And Brandon Nimmo will be the batter, but he is not going to face Hernandez. Out comes Brian Snitker. He's going to make the Aero Exterminators call to the bullpen. You make the right call. Protect your home or business from pests by calling 888-GO-AERO or visit aeroexterminators.com. I'll tell you about who's coming in right after this on the Braves Radio Network.
With us today, a developer from SeatGeek. Quick question. My son's wedding clashes with the baseball game. Do you have an innovation to make him reschedule the wedding?
No, but you can sell your tickets on SeatGeek.
Interesting. What about selling a wedding invitation? I'm joking. Maybe.
Expect the expected. SeatGeek. Buy and sell Atlanta Braves tickets on SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of the Atlanta Braves.
The Doubletree Suites by Hilton at the Battery Atlanta, a preferred hotel of the Atlanta Braves, is conveniently located within walking distance to the Atlanta Braves Stadium, along with the numerous restaurants, shopping, and entertainment options. The Doubletree Suites at the Battery Atlanta provides spacious 2-room guest suites, a full-service restaurant, and 5,500 square feet of flexible event space for your next event. Stop by and pregame in our on-site Game Changer Sports Lounge and Grill, and don't forget to sweeten your stay with our signature Doubletree chocolate chip cookie. Book your next stay at the Doubletree Suites by Hilton at the Battery Atlanta.
Digging, grading, tilling, and mowing. All in a day's work with Yanmar, the tractor that works as hard as you do. Discover new possibilities at yanmartractor.com.
Get a daily dose of quality Braves and college football content on the Buck Belue Show, weekdays on The Fan.
Braves still leading 1-0 as we're in the top of the 6th inning. Runner at first, 2 down for the Mets. New pitcher is left-hander Dylan Lee. He's pitched just once in the last 8 days. That was yesterday. We're a scoreless ball game versus the Royals, and on the season he's 4-2. Very impressive 2.12 ERA for Dylan Lee through 51 appearances. And I'll tell you what looked pretty good yesterday. We always talk about his slider, good pitch, but I thought his fastball had a lot of life yesterday.
You're right. It was hot coming out of his hand nicely. Brandon Nimmo struck out twice against Grant Holmes. But in Game 1, Nimmo 1 for 4 with a long home run to right. Drove in 2 runs. First pitch to Nimmo, swung on, hook to right field, base hit. That'll get down in front of Soler, rounding second and heading to third. The throw goes to third, but sliding in safely was Alvarez, and they're on the corners with 2 out. Nimmo wasted no time busting that one into right field. Like a slider, didn't have much on it.
Yeah, the belt tie slider. Now he's got to face Pete Alonso. Again,
these 3 guys that have pitched in this game, all 3 pitched yesterday. Not a lot, but they did pitch. Alonso bounces one to third. Tough hop. Handled by Gio. He's got it. Throw to first. That'll end the inning. Nice play by Urshela. The Mets strand him at the corners. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Home run jackpot inning. Braves up 1-0.
The Aloft at the Battery Atlanta, a preferred hotel of the Atlanta Braves, is located at the center of all the excitement. Whether you are in town for work or pleasure, we can meet all your travel needs. Come experience a unique blend of food, drinks, and entertainment, all located within the Aloft Hotel. Afterwards, wind down in your spacious, vibrant guest room packed with amenities you can't miss out on. Enjoy the Battery Atlanta experience by making the Aloft your home base, where we are committed to safety and cleanliness. Aloft Hotels, different by design.
It's football time, which turns Thursday and Sunday into the best days of the week. Well, they just got better, because now through October 27th, Keno has 30% higher payouts during bonus hours. Win $500, it becomes $650. That's like getting extra field goal points for scoring a touchdown. So play Keno online and anywhere Keno is sold and get 30% higher payouts during bonus hours. Thursdays 6 to 8 p.m. and Sundays 1 to 3 p.m. Only from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Get $2,000 in loyalty cash bonus on a new Toyota Tundra. Offer valid through September 30th, 2024. Offer entitles current Tundra customers to $2,000 loyalty cash bonus on the retail purchase or lease of a new Tundra gas or hybrid vehicle. Bonus cash may be used only toward a down payment or capitalized cost reduction on the new vehicle. See dealer for details.
Corporate meetings, trade shows, birthdays, rehearsal dinners, you name it. Truist Park can host it. Visit Braves.com/events to reserve one of the 16 unique venues at the ballpark. We're streaming every game of the Braves 2024 season free on the 680 The Fan app. So make sure you download it now and don't miss a pitch of the Braves this season.
Hey, it's the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning, and Matt Olson leads it off against Luke Casey and promptly fouls one straight back. He had a home run cut, 0-1. Our contestant is Joe Daniel from Jackson, Georgia, with $1,000 in the jackpot. We had a winner in game one. Won $1,600. The 0-1 to Matt. Took a little off down low, ball one. Interesting action in the Braves bullpen. At least playing catch down there. Ronaldo Lopez. It's his throw day in between starts, and he's loosening up. 1-1 pitch popped up. Third base side might stay in play. Over is Iglesias. He runs out of room. Drops in the first row behind the Mets dugout. Olson 1 for 5 in game one. He's 0 for 2 in this one. He struck out and grounded out. Only 4 hits in the game total. We're in the bottom of the 6th, 2 for each side. Braves leading 1-0. Wind in the pitch, a little high. Braves got a leadoff double from Soler in the second inning, and then a one-out base hit by Urshela drove him in. Little slicer down the left field line. It's going to go foul down to the ball boy. If you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 in the Georgia Lottery, I'm so sorry. You've run out of time. The 2-2. Bounced up there, 3-2. Jake Chad, this does not carry over to the postseason, correct? So we got to give away some money here. The game does not carry over into the postseason when we go to San Diego. I said when. Payoff pitch. Pulled foul over the on-deck circle where Soler is standing. Olson, Soler, and Lariano. Pitch number 101 for Luke Casey. He fires, and a hard hit ball foul over the screen and down the first base line, and a new bat will be brought out for Matt Olson. 101 pitches, 56 strikes, 45 balls. If nothing else, it's just a 1-0 game. Luke Casey is saving somebody some work out of the Mets bullpen, because they got to play tomorrow too somewhere.
Yeah, for Carlos Mendoza, that's the biggest win there.
Yeah.
Having a full tank for the relievers tomorrow, as full as possible.
Payoff pitch to Matt. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. Strikeout number 5 for Luke Casey. Jorge Soler has doubled and scored a run. He's also bounced out. 0 for 3 in game one. Big, strong dude. The pitch to him. Check swing foul at the plate. 0-1. Casey gets his feet straight, gets the glove position correctly, fires, and then almost hit Jorge in the foot. And the count 1-1. Soler having a chat with Dan Bellino.
It's a 2-0 count.
2-0.
That first pitch, I guess, hit something else. Didn't hit the bat.
Okay, that's good to know. Hitters count. And the delivery. Swung on, ripped to left field. That is scalded. One hopper to the base of the fence right at the Mets bullpen gate. And down to second with his second double of the game is Jorge Soler.
Jorge wants it. He's pulling his weight, that's for sure. Just missed a homer earlier, and that ball was pounded.
I'll tell you what, if he elevated that at all, that'd been up there in the Coca-Cola pavilion.
Sure would have. Now the Braves send out Eli White to run for Jorge Soler, so nice job by Jorge today.
Eli did a nice job coming in for him in the last game. Was hit by a pitch, got a base hit in the ninth inning. He was in scoring position and chance to tie the game in the bottom of the ninth. But the Braves came up empty. Here's Ramon Laureano, who homered in game one. And the pitch to him outside. 1-0. Laureano had a big game one. He was 3 for 5 with that homer. Long blast to deep center. A kick, big turnaround spinorama by Lucchesi. Just a bluff back to second. Runner leads from second, the 1-0. Popped up and coming back our way. Out of play, 1-1. Huáscar Brazoban, who we saw in game one, begins to play catch in the Mets bullpen. Lucchesi fires and a fly ball sent to right field, but Taylor is there. He gets behind it, comes to it, makes the catch. Here comes the throw to third, and tagging and advancing there is Eli White. Nice, strong throw by Taylor. He made it close against a fast runner, but a runner at third for the Braves with 2 out for Gio Urshela.
Said it so many times this season and other seasons. You win ball games with 2 out knocks with men in scoring position. And it's been such a struggle for the Braves. Now when they need it, absolutely need it, got that opportunity right here.
Gotta have it. Out of the wind, Lucchesi delivers. And a little pop-up foul and out of play. Pitch number 109. Mets trying to somehow get Lucchesi through 6 innings. That would be huge for them. In only his second start of the year, in his first start, he didn't get out of the 5th inning and gave up 5 runs. The 0-1. A little bit outside to even the count. Eli White at third. Now Lucchesi steps off. And he's back on. Lines up his feet, puts his hand behind his back, brings it forward, and the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, lifted into left field. Very shallow, but Nemo's coming on, and he's there, and he'll make the catch. And the inning is over. So the Braves threaten, do not score. And we go to the 7th, still 1-0 Atlanta.
This is for anyone currently doing plumbing, pipe fitting, or HVAC work with at least 3 years experience. If you're not making over $55 an hour total package, including health insurance, benefits, and a retirement pension, we need to talk. We're the plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVACR techs of UA72, and we've got a job for you. Plenty of options, safe conditions, great people in Atlanta. Visit UA72.org, click Join Us, and we'll send you a list of openings now. UA72.org.
Fall is here, but it's still hot here in the state of Georgia, which means pests like ants, roaches, and mosquitoes are out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Braves, so you know you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Live like a champion with Simply Sports CBD. Simply Sports CBD is the athlete's choice and trainer's #1 recommendation for a reason. It's NSF certified. As the choice CBD of Olympic surfer Brisa Hennessy and proud partner of the Atlanta Braves, Simply Sports CBD is trusted by the best for training, recovery, and performance. Whether it's the day-to-day grind or the thrill of competition, Simply Sports CBD helps you stay at the top of your game. Get the CBD athlete's trust. Live like a champion. Available at the Georgia Hemp Company.com.
Hey, it's Matt Chernoff. You can hear us talking Braves baseball 2 to 6 on The Fan, and if you miss any of our show, you can always catch it like Braves baseball on the 680 The Fan app.
These changes for the Braves as we go to the 7th. Now playing right field, staying in the game after pinch running is Eli White. And on to pitch. Desperate times, you know. Ronaldo Lopez will work in the 7th. His first relief appearance of the year. This is his throw day. So he was expected to have a bit of a workout in the bullpen, or out in the bullpen, but now he's in the game. And he'll face 5, 6, and 7 for the Mets. Atlanta on top 1-0.
Boy, he looked so good the other night. Lopez did.
Here's Ben.
Thank you. Here's Starling Marte. First pitch from Lopez. There's a called strike. Fastball 95. Look, Lopez the other night, 9 strikeouts, and all 9 came on sliders. That pitch was so good the other night. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Marte. Fouled off into the Braves dugout. It'll bounce off a bench and then shoot back onto the field. 0-2. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Braves. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Mets. 0-2 pitch. Just outside with a fastball. Peter looking good. That was 97. That's another thing with Lopez. You think about him coming on in relief, he can really air it out more than he would as a starter. 1-2 low and outside. Marte has walked. He's also struck out. Bearded right-hander Lopez kicks and fires a 2-2 and a swing and a miss at a sharp slider. 1 out in the 7th. Tyrone Taylor will come to the plate.
I got to say, Ben, I don't mind this at all. And quite frankly, our normal end-of-the-game guys out of the bullpen did not pitch well in Game 1.
Right.
They got knocked around. It was a rarity to see that, but that was the truth of the matter.
Now Lopez trying to get it done, because if he can't, there is no tomorrow. Tyrone Taylor takes a called strike. It's all hands on deck in a must-win game for the Braves. A 1 to Taylor. In the seats down the right field line and foul. That'll find the second deck. The only run of the game came back in the 2nd inning. An RBI single by Gio Urshela drove in Jorge Soler. That has been it. 0-2. Low it outside with a slider. Lopez cuts it loose and got his man. A lunge at a slider by Taylor. And 2 away here in the 7th. Coming up, the 7th inning stretch brought to you by the Warrior Alliance, going to bat for veterans and their families by helping them navigate success after military service. Go to thewarrioralliance.org. 2 away now. And here's Harrison Bader. Braves in the bottom of the 7th will have 8, 9, and 1 due up. Bader takes a ball low. Braves had a 3-0 lead at the end of 7 in game 1. And then it just 1-0 pitch, Miss low and outside. At that point, the game just slammed against the guardrails of insanity after the 7th in game 1. 10 total runs between the two teams in the 8th inning of game 1. There's the 2-0 pitch. There's a called strike, 2-1.
Not to correct you, but I really think it went through the guardrails.
That's probably a better description. Bader sends one foul into the second deck down the right field line. Make it the third deck, got a little bit higher. 2-2. Looking to strike out the side. It'll be fouled off. Well, for obvious reasons, you hate losing game 1, but on top of that, it's one of the best baseball games I've ever seen in my life, and you hate to be on the losing end of that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable game. 2-2. Flair, shallow center. Harris trotting in. He's got it. Down they go 1-2-3. Reynaldo Lopez with a solid 7th, trying to do his part to get the Braves to San Diego. Time to stretch. We go to the bottom of the 7th, 1-0 Braves.
Hey Braves fans, Onward Reserve is your hometown team for top-line casual sportswear. Whether you're out on the golf course, going to dinner, or enjoying some baseball at Truist Park, Onward Reserve's clothes are the perfect fit. With 12 retail locations throughout Braves country, Onward Reserve is proud to help you get to the game in style. Swing by the Braves Clubhouse store for exclusive designs made just for the A. Visit us online at onwardreserve.com. Proud partner of your Atlanta Braves.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I heard the Tire Discounters sports ball arrangement with the Braves just got better.
You got it, Phantom. Now, with any Braves dinger.
Dinger? That's a home run, isn't it?
Yes, you're really catching on.
Well.
Yeah, now, if the Braves hit just one homer, the next day at Tire Discounters, you save the max.
$150?
Offsets of Goodyear or Cooper, plus a free alignment and a free oil change.
Alignment! So crucial!
City of Hope. We're more than just a top-ranked cancer hospital. For over 100 years, we've been making breakthroughs, pushing the limits of what's possible, targeting cancer at the molecular level, pioneering treatments used worldwide. At City of Hope, your entire cancer-fighting team is bound together by a single mission, to cure your cancer. And now City of Hope is closer than ever, providing patients in Metro Atlanta the cancer care they deserve. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
Tours of Truist Park are offered year-round and take guests behind the scenes to areas normally off-limits during games. Visit Braves.com/tours to purchase your ticket today.
Hey, it's the Frozen Rope, Kevin McAlpin. Make sure you subscribe to my weekly Braves podcast for all the latest on your Atlanta Braves at thepodcastpark.com or wherever you get podcasts.
A new pitcher for the Mets as we go to the 7th. Luke Casey went 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. On to pitch now, Huascar Brazoban, excuse me. He worked a third of an inning in game 1, walked a batter. For the year, 1-3. This will be his 39th appearance. And he'll face 8-9-1 for Atlanta. Braves up 1-0.
Murphy, Arcia, and Harris for the Braves in the bottom of the 7th. Brazoban to work. Ball up and in, almost hit Murphy. Spun him out of the box with a 96-mile-an-hour sinker.
This guy can be wild, too.
Joe Jimenez tossing in the Braves bullpen. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. That'll miss low and outside. But when you think about where the Braves are right now and what they're up against, and Rick Crandis down there trying to figure out where can I get an out here or there? Who can give me an inning? Who can give me an out? And piece this thing together out of his bullpen. 2-0 in for a strike. Trying to patchwork this thing together. Braves leading by 1 run in the bottom of the 7th. And the 2-1 pitch. Outside. Brazeban fires, and Murphy takes ball 4. There's a good start.
Telling you, you can work this guy for a good count. Good hitters count.
Yeah, he walked Arcia in game 1 of the doubleheader, and then faced Michael Harris, got him to fly out. Now he faces Arcia here with Harris on deck. It's now 5 walks in the game by Mets pitchers, and the Braves not cashed any of the previous 4 in for a run. First pitch, a called strike. Fastball low and away. Ball 1 pitch. Arcia takes a ball low.
Dan Bellino's called a good game behind the plate here in game 2, hadn't he?
Sure has.
He really gets low right in there next to the catcher's head.
1-1, touched foul. Bounces to the backstop, 1-2. The Braves know that big wins come from bold plays. That's why the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. Flavor favors the bold. Ball and 2 strikes on Arcia. Lead at first by Murphy. Arcia takes a ball outside. Missed with a fastball. Brazeban, tall right-hander, kick it around at the dirt in front of the rubber. And now coming set right at the belt. 2-2 to the plate. Arcia takes a called 3rd strike. Cutter touched the inside corner. That's a good pitch, but Arcia was backing up and flinching. Now back to the top of the order to Michael Harris. Only the 5th strikeout by Braves batters today. Michael Harris 0 for 3. Michael takes a ball inside. Time called as the catcher, Torrens, going to trot out there and chat with the pitcher, Brazeban.
Wonder what that could be about.
Whatever it is, they've settled whatever they wanted to discuss. Back behind the plate, Torrens. Could be just trying to settle down his pitcher. He's been pretty wild. 11 pitches, 7 balls. There's a ball outside. 2-0 now on Harris. Off to first. Murphy back in with a dive.
biggest compliment of the year to Sean.
Hitters count now for Harris. Here it comes. Strike. Sinker right down the pike, 2-1. Michael had an active bat in game 1. On base twice. 2 runs scored, had a single. And this month of September has been his best month of the season. 2-1 popped up on the infield. And a trio of Mets are in the neighborhood, calling everyone off now. Pete Alonso, about a stride to the first base side of the mound, makes the catch and 2 away. Well, now it's up to Ozzie. Ozzie did not face Brazeban in game 1. He was on deck in the 6th inning when Brazeban got the final out. But Ozzie was the Braves MVP in game 1, as he had a 5 RBI day. Unfortunately, the Braves fell short. Ozzie sends one foul down to our right, 0-1. That homer that Ozzie hit in the 3rd inning of game 1, his 10th of the year, set a new franchise record for the Braves for most players in double digits with homers. Well, one softly tapped on the grass. Going to be a tough play. Brazeban fields, throws it away down the right field line. Over to third base now is Sean Murphy. He'll hold. The throw by Brazeban, he knew it was going to be an adventure. He's had a hard time just throwing to the plate. So pressure to deliver a good throw to first from the third base side of the mound was too big a challenge for him. And now Arcia, or rather Albies, I should say, is at second with Murphy at third.
Remember a while ago I told you that Tyrone Taylor was a good outfielder? Well, one of the things that make you a good outfielder, too, is backing up bases. He was in a perfect position to get that errant throw and keep the Braves from scoring and hold runners at second and third. Great play by Taylor.
He was in the right place.
So now let's get Marcel out of this little dip he's in.
The Braves are due 1 for 8 in this game with runners in scoring position. It is a two-base error charged to Brazaban. So runners at second and third, 2 down. Braves looking to pad this 1-0 lead. Big opportunity here. Pitch on the way to Ozuna, and he lashes one into left field. A base hit. That'll drive in 2 runs. Ozuna busts out in a big way. 3-0 Braves. Enormous lift for the Braves by Marcell Ozuna. RBIs 103 and 104 on the year for Marcell. And jumped on that first pitch and makes him pay for the error. And now here's Matt Olson. Olson takes a called strike.
That was just enormous in so many ways. Gives Ozuna a lift and really lifts the team as he's done all year long.
0-1 fouled off. 0-2. Well, now the Braves are right back where they were in Game 1.
Yeah, good point.
It was 3-0 Braves going to the 8th inning in Game 1. Olson down to his final strike here in this at-bat with 2 down. Now the 0-2. Fouled back. Had a good cut at a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Braves leading 3-0. That base hit by Ozuna, the Truist play of the game. Brought to you by Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank member FDIC. 0-2 to Olson. High and away. Good take. And a 1-2 count. Hit that 30th home run of the season right here, Matt. And ranking RBI's 99 and 100. 1-2 pitch. He drives one down the right field line to the wall. That's going to 2 out to the base of the wall. How far can Ozuna go? They'll hold him at third. The throw to second, and they've got Olson.
What an arm by Taylor again.
You just pointed out how good his arm is, and he just got Olson at second as he was trying to make second base on the ball off the wall. And that ends the bottom of the 7th, and the Braves strand a runner at third, but they pick up 2 runs on a big hit by Ozuna. We go to the top of the 8th. The Braves will hand the ball to Joe Jimenez, 3-0 Braves.
The players work under a guaranteed contract to make sure the Braves secure the best talent for today and for the future. And if you work in construction, you can have a guaranteed contract too. I'm Kenny Mullins for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 613. As a member of the IBEW, you secure your future, you get training, pay raises, and benefits guaranteed because just like the players, we work under a contract. Learn more at IBEW613.org.
With fall savings at the Home Depot, you can get up to $1,600 off select appliances from top brands like Samsung, ranked #1 in customer satisfaction. Wash and dry in one cycle with the Samsung Ultra Capacity All-in-One Washer-Dryer Combo from the Home Depot. And get laundry day done faster, running a super speed load in just 98 minutes. Right now, shop fall savings for up to $1,600 off select appliances at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Price about September 26th through October 16th. U.S. only. See store online for details. Visit jdpower.com/awards for more details.
Ever hit a single that felt like a home run? Or feel like you're playing in the big leagues even if you've never swung a bat? That's what it's like living at a Cortland community. Like getting more than you expect. Hi, I'm Cordy, Cortland's spokespug and #1 Braves fan, here to tell you all about how Cortland brings you the best in live and play spaces, not to mention amazing service. It's why we're the top apartment brand on Reputation.com. Cortland, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Find your new apartment home at Cortland.com.
Hey folks, home team here. When you start the morning, start with the Braves, Braves Talk, and the Locker Room, 6 to 10. Your morning drive on the Fan and the 680 The Fan app.
Great inning of work for Ronaldo Lopez. He fanned 2 in a 3-up and 3-down inning, and now Joe Jimenez would like to atone for his first game woes. He faced 3 batters, did not retire any of them, and they all 3 scored. He's 1-5 on the year, and he'll face 8-9-1 for the Mets as we go to the 8th.
You know, he's thankful to get a redo here in Game 2 after things went off the rails for him in Game 1. He came on there in the 8th. As that was the nightmare inning in Game 1 for the Braves. Here's Luis Torrens. First pitch swinging and missing on a slider, 0-1.
Attention media, today's attendance is 41,561. That's a sellout.
0-1. Pitch to Torrens. Slow and outside.
4-1-5-6-1.
Sellout crowd announced for this doubleheader.
Atlanta has surpassed
41,561.
Season, and for the 9th
and the 1-1.
In Atlanta,
there's a called strike that also pushes the season attendance past 3 million for the 3rd year in a row. Terrific job by the fans again. You all are the best. And now let's see if the Braves can give you something to roar about here today. There's a fly ball to right field. Coming in now, Eli White. He's under it, and he has got it. 1 down here in the 8th.
What was the number? 40 what?
41,561. Sellout crowd. 41561. One away for Eddie Alvarez. Braves scored 1 run in the 2nd and 2 in the 7th and lead 3-0 here in the top of the 8th. Alvarez takes a slider for a strike. Of those 2 runs the Braves scored in the 7th, 1 was earned. And able to take advantage of that poor throw by Brazaban. Jimenez deals an 0-1. That'll be swung on and missed. 0-2. Joe looking a lot sharper here. I tell you another thing that's probably helping him out. Much better conditions to pitch in right now than what he experienced in Game 1. It was rainy when he was out there in Game 1.
Good point.
Ball was slick. 0-2 pitch. Just a little bit high with a fastball.
Correction on the last inning. Both runs last inning were unearned.
All right, they make a correction. Both runs unearned in the bottom of the 7th. 1-2. Ground ball out to first. Vacuumed up off the dirt by Olsen. He races to the bag and just does beat Alvarez. And 2 away in the 8th.
He was kind of waiting for Joe to make a move to the bag, and Jimenez didn't exactly race over there. So Matt had to turn on his jets.
Good thing he's got about size 15 shoes. He's able to reach out with that big foot and beat Alvarez to the bag.
Yeah, it didn't help him trying to stretch that single into a double, did it?
No. Good point. Acuna takes a front door slider that looked good, but he didn't get the call. 1-0 on Luis Angel Acuna. 3-0 Braves in the 8th. 1-0 pitch. Up and in. Acuna's 0 for 3. Strikeout, fly out, pop out. Jimenez kicks and fires. Ground ball weakly to second. Ozzie Albies has it to first. There's out number 3. Big inning by Joe Jimenez. A 1-2-3-8 that the Braves will carry at least a 3-run lead to the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 3-0 here in Atlanta.
Need a little help? O'Reilly Auto Parts can help. Need advice? We've got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it.
exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Shooting drills.
A coach who knows the game can teach their team how to improve, but one who genuinely cares about each player
You have what it takes. We got this.
can inspire them to win. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Because when you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Start feeling unstoppable. Visit Truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
To get the most pet-friendly apartments, Apartments.com has a dedicated team of experts. Status report, please. We still have the most dog-friendly apartments. Good. Cat-friendly? Don't need the attitude, Miss Jangles. A simple yes suffices. Okay, how about potty-mouthed parrot-friendly apartments?
You betcha do.
Ooh, language, Phil, language. There's kittens around. Keep up the good work, though. Apartments.com, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Digging, grading, tilling, and mowing. All in a day's work with Yanmar, the tractor that works as hard as you do. Discover new possibilities at yanmartractor.com.
So when you want the Braves on demand, just tap that 680 The Fan app.
So make sure you download it now and don't miss a pitch of the Braves this season.
Adam Ottavino on to work again for the Mets. He pitched in Game 1, had a perfect inning with a strikeout. And he'll face Eli White to start the 8th.
First pitch to White. Now there's a called strike. You should love this matchup as much as you enjoy white wine. Ottavino to White. Going outside. I hope you're sipping some on a plane to California here in a little while.
If we had Mercelet to Chardonnay, then we'd really have something.
You know how badly I would butcher that? It's a 1-1 pitch. White takes a called strike. 3-0 Braves, bottom of the 8th. Mets in the 9th will have 2-3-4 due up. As that would stand to be Iglesias, Nimmo, and Alonso. Ottavino's 1-2. That'll be swung on, missed. So one down after the strikeout. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
One down for Ramon Laureano. Ottavino comes set right at the belt. And his first pitch on the way to Ramon. Big wave and a miss and a sweeper away. I was doing a lot of sweeping there. Tons of run on it. Raisel Iglesias is warming up in the Braves bullpen. One low and away. One pitch. Little squibber out to first. Alonso has it, throws to Ottavino. And 2 down. So the Braves down to their final out here in the bottom of the 8th. Looking back on Game 1, talking about Raisel Iglesias warming up. Iglesias threw 12 pitches. 8 strikes, so he should have plenty of fuel in the tank. Iglesias faced 3 batters in that 8th inning in Game 1. Gave up a 2-run homer to Brandon Nimmo, whom he would be facing in the 9th. 2 down for Urshela. And Gio skies one, just back of the infield cutout. Shortstop Alvarez is under it, and that parachutes down into his mitt for out number 3. So that ends the 8th, and the Braves will hand the ball to Raisel Iglesias. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Braves 3, Mets nothing.
With the enhanced engine performance and fuel economy of newly reformulated Tri-Clean gas from Citgo, you're good to go. But good to go where? Exotic bird shopping? To your Tuesday night bowling league?
Woo! That's a turkeys.
Good to go try your luck at bingo.
G32. Bingo!
Good to go to a lumberjack competition.
I'm gonna move my car.
New top-tier Tri-Clean gas from Citgo. The most advanced fuel we've ever made. Now you're good to go.
Get ready to fall in love, but this time with my home island of Curacao. Hi, I'm Ozzy Albies, second baseman from Atlanta Braves, and Curacao is where my story began. It's where the vibe is full of color and life, where our culture shines with European and Caribbean flair, and where you're bound to find a new adventure or some much needed time to relax. It's the start of my story, and it could be the next part of yours. Visit Curacao and feel it for yourself.
City of Hope. We're more than just a top-ranked cancer hospital. For over 100 years, we've been making breakthroughs, pushing the limits of what's possible, targeting cancer at the molecular level, pioneering treatments used worldwide. At City of Hope, your entire cancer-fighting team is bound together by a single mission, to cure your cancer. And now City of Hope is closer than ever, providing patients in Metro Atlanta the cancer care they deserve. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
Hey, it's Chris Domino, and we all win because you can stream Atlanta Braves baseball totally free on the all-new 680 The Fan app. Now back to Braves baseball only on The Fan.
Friends, we roll into the top of the ninth here in Atlanta. It's a 3-0 lead for the Braves, and Raisel Iglesias is on for the second time today. He pitched in Game 1 of the doubleheader. He threw 12 pitches and faced 3 batters, gave up a 2-run homer, and then was taken out of the ball game for exactly this situation. Needed some bullets left for the 9th inning in this game. And he's on for the 65th time this season. He's 6-2 with a 1.72 ERA and in search of his 34th save. He'll be facing 2-3-4 starting with Iglesias. And the first pitch in the 9th is in for a called strike. A sellout crowd of 41,000 plus had their hearts broken in Game 1. And the Braves trying to overcome all that. 0-1 is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Iglesias followed by Nimmo and Alonso in the 9th. And the 1-1 pitch. Lunge and a miss at a slider for strike 2. The 1-2. Ground ball to the left side in the hole. Backhanded by Arcia. Jump throw, and that's late. Iglesias beats it out. So it's an infield single for him. And now Brandon Nimmo comes to the plate. And again, it was Nimmo who took Iglesias deep in the 8th inning of Game 1. His home run in Game 1 made it a 6-3 game. Well, you see the Braves retake the lead at 7-6 going to the 9th. And then they gave up 2 runs and lost the game. Nimmo swings and misses. Got to get Nimmo. He cannot allow Alonso to come up representing the tying run. The 0-1 pitch. In the air, foul into the seats down the left field line. Iglesias has 41,000 strong at his back. And the crowd continuing to build. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball right side. Ozzy has it. To second. There's one. Arcia to first. There is 2. Huge double play to wipe the bags clean. And the Braves are 1 out away. Excellent job on that turn. Not the easiest play to start up for Ozzy. But the double play is big. And now you need 1 more out to advance to the postseason for the 7th year in a row. And also to lock down the 17th shutout of the season for the Braves. And in their way, Pete Alonso. Pitch on the way. Alonso chops one to short. Arcia's got it. Over to first. Braves win. It was do or die in Game 162, and the Braves said, we're not dying today. And for the 7th year in a row, the Braves are going to the postseason. They've got a date tomorrow night in San Diego, California, in Game 1 of the Wild Card Series against the Padres. This team has overcome so much adversity this season, injury after injury, and yet they have arrived at 89 wins, and that's just enough to push them past the Diamondbacks, who are eliminated, and get the Braves into the postseason here in 2024. And they do it in shutout fashion, 3-0 over the Mets. They'll celebrate, they'll spray champagne, and then we'll be airborne heading out west to see the Padres. Back with the totals after this on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
A musician with technical knowledge can play all the right notes, but one who cares enough to play from the heart gives music soul. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Because when you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Start feeling unstoppable. Visit truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading